Oh, that's good. Sorry if I didn't work. Oh well. G'day guys, I'm just eating food at the moment as we get connected to the server. Someone told me the servers weren't that stable. So yeah, that we gotta be really, really chill with it. That's all. As before, like I jumped on. Oh jeez. We're not even getting a step before we get DC'd. Huh? Oh, that's not a good start. Definitely not a good start at all. Because they've got heroic listed as ants. What? Don't worry, I'll fix a few things, okay? Oh, it's because they got Glaive in the roster. Okay, that's right. So we got the opening rounds to to Paravision. I guess trying to get the hard even set up right. There we go. We're underway. I'll turn the webcam off because I'm still eating my food, so yeah. I should have everything that we need. Glaive. Going down early. Actually, I gotta say, I think the Glaive's in the game. I don't know why it's coming up. Are you gonna go hide him? Travis, we have the Mac 10. Just chilling, just vibing. We've got the initial damage so far, Paravision. Next Flower playing Quake 2. Kiko, a play I've not seen in quite a while. Adpan goes in. I'm trying to find if anyone's anywhere at the moment. Where I can put a stack on B. Suspecting it's going to be a B hit. So they're just cutting off rotations if they do try to go for a triple. Is there a James? Just waiting for the execute here. Basically, Tennille will start executing shortly. Flash of smoke's been thrown, and here comes Image to execute. Youngster gonna go aggressive. He goes down to protect the Kika. It's gonna be 2 for 1 in favor of James. Travis pushing up the side as well from ramp. Now Tennille will come in as well. Bomb's gonna be punted by Belchanok. And Tennille's picked up in a Galil as well. Pushing into the site, Sunpius and Tennille. Tennille leading the charge. I've spotted Sunpius so far. Sunpius can lead a charge. It's a 3v2 at the moment. Belchanok gets one. Tennille to trade out. Smoke being thrown in as well. So he's going to bring up both players. Tennille hasn't seen the second player yet at all, Tennille. What's going to go for it? Doesn't have much time anymore. Travis coming from behind. Tennille's got this, and he might be able to go for it here, but no, Noda. Takes down Tennille through the smoke. Second round on the board for Paravision. Interesting little setup here from Tania and some Pius from Heroic. Just a double A setup, backing up with X-Cloud guarding Donut. I always love these little setups. The boost setup. Tania will just lure everyone in. Tania deliberately jiggle peek. I think they've seen him. I think the play is close, so they do check boost in the Tania's got one, but traded out by James as well. Then what's the X-Cloud? What can X-Cloud do? He's got more. Doesn't get another at all. Should have really had two there. LNZ to rotate. And it's just going to be another same call here because I just don't think Youngster and LNZ are going to go for this. Mr. Linus. He could get Kiko here. Kiko brings out a HE and drops because of it. Youngster trying to save this MP9 to the next round. I don't think he will. Even though he has been spotted, Travis definitely going to find him. Well, Travis looks the wrong direction, but still wins anyway. Third round the board for Paravision. Nothing much, Trickster. Nothing much at the moment. Just eating dinner. Sweet and sour chicken. With rice. Timeout being called by Farouk. I'm going to be at work during the FlyQuest first game, so that's not going to happen. A lot of people work full time. I'm very surprised that they did not organize a broadcast, given that Defrag got in a lot of viewers during the event. Like for their event in particular. Like, I'm very, very surprised. Because Defrag got in a lot of viewers, like, early on. So besides... Surprised Blast didn't want to run a broadcast. It was good at Defrag. I've got commercial Shrinker. I asked them straight up in the emails, and they said it was okay for me. I'm well aware of the guidelines. I straight away asked them, like, hey, can I get a commercial license so I can use a HUD? And they said it was okay. Because I emailed them. If they tell me no, I'll not do it. Like, I'll just turn it off. Easy as fuck. Like, at the end of the day, if they tell me to turn it off, no big deal. Fourth round for Paravision. Like, I'll be just like, okay, cool. You know, I thought they said yes, because I got an email from them saying it. But, you know, turns out it says no. That's fine. But I did get an email from them. Because that's the first thing I asked. I'm like, guys, can I use a HUD? Because the CS2 HUD doesn't tell you anything whatsoever. But if I get DM'd by him, I'll just be like, okay, I'll take it off. I thought you said yes. Come on, Heroic. To be fair, this team's quite scary, the Paravision roster. Like, the Paravision roster is very, very good. I'll keep my Discord open. I'll keep my email open as well because they do have all of that. And if they say nah, it goes off without a doubt. Okay. But you know, I got an email saying, yeah, sure, Josh, you can do that. Meanwhile, Belgium just pushing up. Just finished my dinner, by the way, guys. So more casting, better observing. Let's go. I think I did all right on the desk as well. The analysis. We did have a debrief on Sunday about the event. And I gotta say, we were rated pretty well for the event. I was gonna say, a lot of people said it was like one of the best tier 2 events, but ran. Period. So it was good to see. Belchanok gonna go for the aggression. Gonna go for the entry. Smoke being thrown in as well. Some Pies all by him, loads him. Some Pies dodges a flash, gets number 1. Can he get number 2? Does get a second shot, takes down Keycurt. Some Pies has done his job. He can just wait for the rotates to come through. And Xcloud gets a bit of icing on the cake. Actually, no, it was Tania who got the icing on the cake, actually. From Donut. And now it's gonna become a lot harder here unless Paravision can get a kill. Bomb. James trying to fake it out. Looking for the Donut play. James got 1 so far. They've got to try and find out who's the isolated case. And James thinking that it's Tania. Doesn't really matter anymore as LNZ and XLab will trade out. First round for Heroic. I'm going to say the main thing in particular that was huge here was Some Pious getting 2 kills here and then retreating to Temple. So the best part about Some Pious is that he gets the first kill aggressively in front and then immediately retreats to Temple, gets the second kill to Temple, and he saves his life as well. He doesn't get greedy, saves the 2. Wait for the players to rotate. You get Tania catching the player trying to cross to catch him out here. And that was the main reason why Heroic won that round, was that they did get that 3rd kill. That 3rd kill pretty much sealed the deal. Like, I didn't see really Paravision getting back into that after that 3rd kill, but you know, they sealed a deal and they traded it out to make it a first round for Heroic. I gotta say, the smokes are a bit too deep. Nota knows that no one's in middle, and Sun Pious again has gone open on ramp. They aggressed ramp and caught out Travis. Shame. Go for a Molotov. In the site. Sun Pious gets another as well, and Sun Pious is just dominating this game. I'm gonna say all these rounds of Sun Pious. Sun Pious going aggressively on the site. Did they suspect him to push the smoke? Takes down Belchanok. Geez, Sun Pious, he just doesn't care. He just went in there, took down Belchanok, able to escape. I'm gonna say Paravision, they've got to punish Sun Pious. Because Sun Pious is getting away with this stuff. Now Xcloud flanking in from triple to donut. And that's the round. Bomb's dropped in connector, and Nota's not going to be able to recover it. Two seconds, guys. Let's go fix up James' picture. Nothing much is going to be done here. Bomb's caught in connector. You need at least 2 players to pry that one out. And that's not going to happen. Nota. Going to be swung upon by Tania from Temple. It's going to be second round from Heroic. Now, I'm going to say overall from Heroic, that's the second time where Sun Pious has had some early impact in the rounds. And I'm going to say with Paravision in particular, they really got to trade out Sun Pious or put a lot of pressure on him. That's the second time where he's got 2 kills early on, 1 by a flash in towards B ramp, and then 1 by pushing the smoke on A. You can't have that. You got to make sure he doesn't get away with it. You got to punish him somewhat, or like heavily damage him. Well, to be fair, you just got to kill him. He's got the orb. Doesn't care if he takes 50 points of damage. The 1-hit kill's enough. And this is the worst part. Sun Pious has got such a good angle. but could be overwhelmed by pistols. But they've got no flashes, so they can't even take them off this line even if they go up catwalk, which would be a mega risk anyway. X-Flat on the off-angle, just checking A main at the moment. They're going to go for an AXE. If they do overwhelm to near and X-Flat, they'll get a plant at least. So I don't think... Oh, I guess some players could get back there in time. They have to do this execute in about like 2 seconds. They have to take out both players about 2 seconds, which is heavily unlikely at this stage. So most likely what's going to happen is that they take down X-Cloud, but they don't take down anyone else. X-Cloud, they're pushing through to smoke. X-Cloud's got one. Might get a second, does get a second. And they do take X-Cloud down in the end. Quick picks up the AK, but Tanir's going to clean it up. Food around the board for Heroic, and exactly what I said would happen, happened. They'll take down X-Cloud, because, you know, obviously, if you can spray down 5 players, it'd be great. But, realistically speaking, it doesn't. Okay, let's put the webcam back on because I can. A lot of Molotovs, a lot of HEs being thrown in, a lot of early utility once again towards lane. Heroic though have been very precarious in trying to control mid and lane. Like they haven't tried to control mid and lane at all. Like no aggression to there other than the flash coming in for some players' initial pick. But Heroic have just been letting this area chill a bit. They're letting Paravision take control of these areas. But then again, like if either sites can be executed upon, they've already got that player flanking from either direction into these areas. So like Heroic, you know, if they have a site they feel like it's going to be hit, they already have that mid player, they already have that A player or B player willing to rotate from a flank position early on. Youngster, trying to get some early information, waiting for the flash to come in. Spots the shadow, but doesn't get the headshot. It was just a bit slow on that. Flashbang goes out, spots one, but Travis able to beat him on the punch, and Travis got a second as well, leaving just Linus and Cave, and that's going to be a few HEs being chucked in there, because they know the last person left is the Cave player, being LNZ. Bomb getting planted by James. LNZ is just waiting for a bit of help, and Travis is just sewn up the round, basically, taking out one of the back players in Tanir. And I gotta say, LNZ is not gonna be able to get out there. Some Pius is gonna have to retreat. And they know a player's in cave. Two players in a site and no one cave? Surely not. He's got one. LNZ is actually doable now. Can put a bit of pressure on. Does he have a smoke? He does not. But some Pius has a smoke though. So some Pius, he could go for a smoke defuse. He knows someone's jumped across. But is he gonna risk the AWP to go for that ninja defuse? And there's your answer. He isn't. Could be a 5th round for Paravision. Pius being very, very careful. Just making sure he's got cover. Another early smoke, and that smoke's going to go deep towards Red Room. Counter utility coming in as well. Heroic, I was going to say, they're just happy to stand behind these smokes and whatnot. Like, really, really happy to stand behind these aggressive smokes coming in from Paravision. Paravision are respecting their smokes as well. In fact, both teams are being super, super passive. Never mind. Note are going to push that smoke in the end. I was going to say, both teams, love being very, very passive, but turns out they're not. Now, Note has got some early information. He might catch some Pius here, but no, some Pius is focusing on Donut. They peek in, some Pius misses that temple, and he's... Okay, never mind. They didn't go for it in the end. Tania, oh gosh, that's not a good trade at all. 3 for 1 on the B site. They're gonna have to smoke it out and HE it out. Problem is that Tanir's left on an island. Tanir needs to get a kill and quick, but he ain't. James wallbangs him, and that's gonna be the end of the round because they know where some Pius is. And that's going to be a very, very easy B plant. Sun Pius just focusing on Temple, trying to get to a safer location, but he's going to be shot in the back. And that should be a very easy kill for Belchanok. 6 rounds on the board for Paravision. Paravision leading 6-3. Nota. Looking at the stats page at the moment. Well, not a good thing to look at that stats page, but Tania pushing through. Should get the opening pick, does. Gets a second as well from some Pius' help as well, and they pop open A main. And that's the most aggressive Heroic has been, other than the B main push. Excel's been seeing Kiko's playing ultra aggressive, catches a nade as well, but fortunately doesn't get any kills, and now Kiko's stuck in this K position. Fortunately, the CT Smoke's able to rescue him, funnily enough. And James, they're all rotating around to a B side hit. It's not looking good so far for Paravision. The moment they find out that players are down and they're all into the B bomb site, they're just going to pick up those rifles. Some Pius making sure that rotate doesn't happen for a triple. Execute coming in. It's out of the MP9. A lot of counter utility being thrown in, making sure no ramp execute either. You know, some Pius to flank. He's heard a lot of noise as well. Now the 5-7. Yanks up, waiting for that flash to come in. Bombs can be planted. Some Pius gets the opener, takes down Kikert. And now this is all coming back badly here. Jane knows there's players behind him, but doesn't know where though. Jane, can he get one? He doesn't get the second though. Nextcloud's able to trade him out with the MP9. And that force spike goes very, very well for Heroic. And that's going to be an AK picked up at least. And Nextcloud just sitting there. AK being chucked towards him. I'm going to say the gamble here paid off massively for Heroic. Pretty much give him a 60% chance, or probably even more, of winning the round. Getting that A main aggression, getting Sun Pius in on that angle as well. So if anyone tries to trade out, Sun Pius has their line. And also, you know, Tania with the M4A1S as well. Quicker fire rate. Does beat out the AK, especially if you get in the body shots a few times. Makes it a 3v5, which is a dangerous lead. But I gotta say, the players on the site in particular here, getting those 1-for-1 trade outs gave him a round, essentially. Instead of just going 2 for nothing, they did some damage at least. And here, he's got one X-Cloud, gets the other as well. This is very aggressive from Heroic. This is the first time that Heroic is contested for both lane and the middle control. And it's come up in spades. Paravision were not ready for it. Paravision got absolutely barreled. And this round's pretty much dead. Like, they can't recover this round unless they get a good entry and a clean entry of that. But I don't think they're going to get that. Belchanok leading the charge. Yeah, I was going to say, this is probably going to be save time. Probably in 1 minute of save time. I don't see them going to any site. Like, there's really no site that they can go to. That would have, like, you know, it would be like a 1v3 most likely, unless Belchanok and Jame, with this flash, smoke, and molly, just pick the right targets. And it's going to be very, very unlikely at this stage. Gangster, peeking for more information. Goes down, but at least they've found out where the players are coming from. Smoke being thrown in. Tania gets a second, and that pretty much confirms the end of the round. Bit risky, though, pushing for information like that. Now, Jane. He's got to save this. He should go down after... They're going to be careful here, because he could go down after time. James would be very careful. Some bias. Beautiful. A crucial economic breaking shot there. In the last round, Jane doesn't have any money. He's being chucked over a Tech 9. Which probably be understandable, but Jane has no armor. He can't afford armor. That's gonna be a critical snipe for Paravision. Oh, it's not Paravision, for Heroic. An absolute critical kill. X-Cloud. Deep HE towards Catwalk. Should do a lot of damage. Does a bit of damage at least. Love utility being thrown in. In fact, Kika lodging the full set towards B to fake out an A hit. Now, Tania's heard it all. Tania throwing another grenade and a Molotov as well. Trying to get the kills quickly as well. Seen a lot of leaps and heard a lot of leaps as well. Calling for a rotation. Excellent has rotated. Belchanok being spotted. Tania, though, doesn't get what he needs. And fortunately, Linus are able to chop off the legs before they execute onto the A bomb site. But problem is, the A bomb site, they're going to get that bomb down. A 3-for-2 trade. And LNZ, beautiful. Cuts the legs off of the execute to make it, you know, not flawless for Paravision. Now it's all up to James. Flashbang goes in and James a dead man. Can't see a thing. Didn't dodge a flash. 6 rounds for Heroic and Heroic tied up. I've got to say here, Linus, i.e. LNZ, pushing in from Donut with the early rotate call coming from Tania was beautiful. Tania lasting that 10 seconds he did was massive because that allows LNZ to come in here and completely cut off the legs of this execute. He basically cuts off the Donut players and it's just the A main players running in and they're working off essentially a 4v3 which turns to a 4v2 very quickly and it just allows Heroic to retake this very, very easily. So a very big play from LNZ here for the early flank. So these players in Donut are focusing on getting into the site and they just don't expect the player to be this rotated here this early in the game or in the round. And he just won them the round purely off that. Even though Xcloud and Tania died, it's just the execute lacked a lot of punch from Paravision because they lost their Donut players. They didn't have really any protection from Donut in particular. So realistically, what they're looking at overall for defending, they were also defending Donut, they were potentially a main, a Temple, and Connector. And that's too many angles for 3 players to defend, basically. 6-6. You can say it's pretty good half for Heroic to recover there. Because it wasn't looking good at all. Like Heroic, we're getting absolutely stomped early on, so good recovery. Ooh, a missed Molotov. That won't punish them, but it tells Belchanok that there's players in the site. Wax Tania. Gonna say, Belchanok gonna be a pain in the butt. They need to get rid of him. Some Pius doesn't, and Belchanok's just gonna win the round all by himself. Now it's up to really just Xlad because LNZ was trying to cut off the rotates. Now Belchanok trying to go for the 4th kill. Doesn't get it at least, but gets another kill onto LNZ coming in through Donut. And Belchanok with a beautiful 4K on the A bomb side gets the pistol. I'm not sure what they're doing here, Paravision. Just don't fool around with it. I was going to say, Heroic, you just got to get rid of this player. That Molotov missing, I'm not sure if that would have costed the round or not. But Belchanok just posted up here, takes out the player here, takes out the player Donut. Some Pius didn't pay attention to him. I was going to say, Heroic, you got to really get rid of this guy at Temple very quickly. Otherwise it can get out of hand like what happened right there. Tech9 buy coming in for Heroic. Slowly trudging up A. Paravision have a very, very offensive mindset here. LNZ pushing up. Belchanok seeing this. Oh, geez. Belchanok, the pistol hero, but just gets absolutely cruised out by a double dink from the Tech9. And that's going to be the bomb plant on towards A. And a great HE being thrown in by Tania. And I've got to say, I don't think Paravision can go for this. They've got absolutely no info on the A side, and the A side defense folded like a deck chair. So it should be a 7th round there from Heroic. I guess that Belchanok probably not too happy about how that round ended. He just got absolutely barreled by Tech9. All the weapons have been picked up as well. Tania and Xcloud both have the M4s. Heroic were just hoping for a few more guns to pop out. Yankster's probably going to go searching. Doesn't need the Steagle next round. If you can catch out Keycurt, it'll be great, but not going to happen. And Keycurt's not going to give him an inner as well. Keycurt just fending him off. Firing his entire set of utility just to be like, get back. Probably a good move there from Keycurt. He doesn't want to give an MP9 away. Doesn't want to give any weapon away. Wants to make sure that Heroic spend their own money. So they don't spend their own money. He ain't looking too flash. Jeez. Anti-eco. Not looking too flash so far from Heroic. They've lost 2 for 1 and 2 guns will be dropped. Yankster pushing up. Now looking, oh, they're not looking at the box. Kiko should have a 2k here. Will they check the box? They don't. Free kill for Kiko. Kiko's still alive, still causing absolute havoc. All he has to do is wait for his teammates to rotate. He doesn't. X-Out gets one. Sunpire's to the trade, but this is round's over here. Sunpire's gonna have to throw a smoke in the flash and potentially recover that bomb. It's in a 1v2 at the moment. Winnable for Sunpire. He's waiting for the flank. Doesn't see it. Like I said, he did a lot of damage here, Heroic. Would actually think he's grabbed the bomb and gone towards B. They've got to go together here for Jame and Belchenok, unfortunately. They have to go together. Belchenok. Got to be careful here, because Sunpire's could get him for free. And Sunpire's does get him for free. Sunpire's hit for a few points of damage. Very, very good 1v2 so far from Sunpire's. Jame. Gonna check the A site. He's got the right action, Jame. The right read. Will he catch Sunpire's? That's the main question. He does. Jame wins a 1v1, 8-7. Yes, is that Sunpire's was trying to fake out and hit the A site. Also not to mention as well, Jame had a very, very good angle down this way as well. Paravision on 8. Giving a timeout here. Most likely called by Paravision. Both Jame and Sunpire's, respectively. Top in the scoreboards. Both the AWPers kicking some butt at the moment, actually. Both AWPers having a relatively good day. Getting back into the fray. Very tense game at the moment. Very, very close game. Heroic once again forcing up. Heroic have been very successful so far with the force buy, given that their only round win has come from a force buy. But can it happen again? Dota completely flashed off the angle. He can't be aggressive anymore. And X-Fart's heard the movement, so he's just pushing through. Well, geez, here comes the push coming from Travis. Is Travis going to get a couple of kills? He doesn't. Tanir's got both. MP9 spray goes wayward. Belchenok has caught the middle player off guard as well, taking down X-Flat, which is a late lurk. Full rotations, a gamble stack coming through towards the B site. Hurricane Paravision. Jame got the angle. I'm not sure whether they're going to hit A or B at this point. Belchenok spots one middle as well. We'll just trigger a rotate. No, not yet. Trying to just bait a rotate at the moment. And the fact they're like so far ingrained, that's going to be a BXy. Smoke to be thrown in. Going to be a bit of pressure going in. I think they're faking it out and going towards A. Quick early rotate coming through as well. They have a feeling that's A, given the fake execute. Belchenok pushing out middle. Might be able to stop the bomb. Oh no, that's a bit of a disaster as well. They spot the bomb going towards A. And it's up to Jame to try and stop it from crossing, but he's not going to be able to. They're already into the site. I think at this stage for Jame, it could be just a save call instead. Because you're not sure about Yanks' HP. You know that Tanir, you know that LNZ have taken a bit of a hit. But you have no idea if Yanks has taken any hit. In fact, you have no idea where Yanksa is at all. You could safely assume that Yanks is on A, given the fact that they switched to A very, very quickly. But that's only just a guess. LNZ, he's not going to find Jame. Jame should have a free kill here. Jame is going to go for it. If he catches another player off guard, he might. He's going to pick up one of these M4s. And Jame is going to get away with that. I don't think he is. I think it's going to be a free kill for Tanir. Tanir clips him around the ears. Another $600 dues for Tania. That's going to be an 8-8. Another 4-spy round for Heroic. Heroic, by the way, have only won 4-spy rounds. The only rounds that I've won is just 4-spy. So it turns out that, you know, if you just waste all your money, you win rounds. Who would have known? And it wouldn't be you guys, okay? You guys definitely would have not known. LNZ, Anti-Eco coming in. No 4-spy at all other than the Deagle and Keycurt. Gamble stack as well and towards a lovely B site. James, just gonna take a look over there. He's not really too sure what's coming in. I might be trying to go for a flank here, just hoping to holding nades out. They're all holding nades out. Should be very easy for him to snipe at least one. Bomb has been rugby thrown across to LNZ, but didn't make it. And it'll just be the save call for Paravision. Yeah, you can't have in these eco rounds. You have to get an early pick. If you don't get early pick, there's just no way. Like, it's just no chance sort of thing. You know, it was a fake flash being thrown in. And, well, they didn't trick anyone. Yanks is going to be careful here. He's made noise. They might go for him. Yanks is going to be very, very careful here. And he's going to go down. Should go down to the pistols, and it does. That's an AK recovered. And now basically the Vanguard being Jame and Noto going to try and protect this AK. They have to go after him as well, but they're going to be careful because Kikut's here with Deagle as well. Basically, Belchadov picked up the AK and he's going to go for a run. They lose all the pistols so far, but that AK is going to be stolen away for the next round. Oh god, I wouldn't like to be heroic there. Heroic. Ooh, that is a bit of a sting, to be honest. Like, that's quite a sting to lose a AK to the CTs, especially during their buy round now as well. Bonus round coming in. XQ coming onto the A side. Belchadok's not ready for it. Swings around. Gets absolutely clapped by Yangster. Not even a chance. And geez, some Pyres even took out Noto on the rotate. Everyone's gone. And that's 10 rounds of heroic. They can't do anything. Absolute deletion. Like, Travis, what can he do? He's going to be careful here as well because some Pyres was aiming for him. At least the M4's recovered. That's probably the good thing as well. Like, the M4's recovered. They didn't have 2 MP9s going into this round. I gotta say, some Pyres is putting on a goddamn clinic at the moment. What a beautiful clinic. Basically, they get into the site, they take out the A-site player, and not to mention as well, they take out Nota here. Some Pyres is ready on that line, takes out Nota before he even has a chance. Both A defenders are dead in at least 3 seconds. That's round over. They've got no information, no trades, nothing. And that's 10 rounds heroic, and heroic take a lead by 2 rounds now. Paravision, they save 2 M4s and an MP9. They can force back up if they wish. Like I say, at this point, like, I'll say you want to force up and build around this. Like, you got two M4s, you got an MP9. That's good. Let's go for it. That's go for it for me in particular. Like, you have at least 2 buy rounds regardless. X-Loud almost catches an opening, but Belchadok does trade out from mid. Now they're going for accelerate, execute, potentially up A, but that's been denied. Sorry, B, that's been denied from Paravision. A lot of utility being thrown in by both Travis and Kikurt to try and stop that aggression. Who's coming up? Some Pyres trying to find an opener. Do they hear it? That's the main question here. Some Pyres, almost catches the arm of Kikurt. We've got to be careful here because some Pyres has been snatching at these arms, snatching at these shoulders, snatching at these chests. Like, he is going to be desperate enough to go for that. They need to get a one-man advantage back. Travis in cave. Hearing a lot of rotations. Travis going to throw that smoke. He's hearing a lot of noise. He's just like, yeah, I'm not liking it. Heroic, are they going to go again? Another set of Exy. Flashbang coming out towards triple. Trying to just bait the A players to not rotating. So here comes the Exy. If we're going to see it or not, to be honest, 'cause I'm not sure if Heroic got much left in the tank. Full Exy coming in. Tania needs to be strong here. Needs to win this cave duel. Can't be a 1-for-1 trade, but the MP9's going to be so strong here. Travis should get a 2k. Doesn't. Tania cleans him out. Oh, geez. LNZ, great trade as well. And it's going to be a 3-4-2 trade in the favor of Heroic. Gets to the bomb plant at least. It's going to be both Sun Pius and LNZ in the 2v2. Flank coming in, and Sun Pius is not going to see this. Gets one. Sun Pius can't trade even. Nota. The man on 16 HP is able to get the job done, and Paravision, they recover an AWP and an AK to take round number 9. Gotta say here, Nota gets the big frags here, catches Sun Pius here, waiting for that second player to pop out, pops both players, gets the AWP over the jam, gets the AK over to himself. Paravision solve all their money issues. They win the crucial force buy round that they needed to win, and that was just a beautiful round for them, especially losing that B bomb site in a 3-for-2 basically in Heroic's favor, and LNZ getting the plant down didn't really help. A lot of aggression being thrown through. Sun Pius on the edge of the Molotov, dodges the flash, takes down Nota, no trade. X5 does go down in the end, so that's the trade that they needed. Tania throws a deep HE, does it hit Kiko? Does hit Kiko for a bit of damage. Kiko has given his position away, so Tania can be roughly, gonna be roughly thinking he did get a hit of that HE. Now, Belchanok can be 1-for-1. Burns to the Sun Pius molly. Now it's gonna be up to James. I know James here somewhere. Sun Pius is gonna go for it. James, it's on the off angle. James seen Sun Pius' arm multiple times now. Hasn't gone for the slap shot yet. See, James been very patient to not give away this AWP's position. Gotta be careful for Paravision. They're not committed to any site in particular. Like, they've got the middle control, but they've got no site in particular under their full control. Feels like they're gonna be, happy to play retake, potentially. Execute coming in. Travis is gonna see this. Takes down Sun Pius. As the AWP gone. Tania's just gonna cross. They need to get that bomb to the bomb site. It's gonna allow them to get into the bomb planted at least. Retake coming in. Tania and LNZ trying to get into good placements. Jay misses the shot. And no, the AWP's coming in from Temple. Or actually from Red Room. Molotov throwing in. LNZ's got one and two. Now it's up to Jane. Jane misses the first shot. Perfect from LNZ, but Jane's not going to continue this. The AWP is one of the worst retake weapons. And Heroic had just basically stolen around from Paravision. The IGL, LNZ with the AK gets a 2k. And Paravision, they let the plant happen. They went for the retake, but just lost it on ramp. This is going to be an interesting call. Do they go for it? I reckon this should be a force buy. This should be a force buy. Yep, force buy, we've got it. The MP9s, the M4, and the AWP coming in. Heroic just has to navigate 2 more rounds to win the first BO1. Could be OT here. Nota, not gonna be interested. Early aggression being thrown in by Paravision. You see all those mollies being thrown around, and Heroic probably know right away that this is going to be a force buy round. This will break their economy if they win. And also not to mention as well that Paravision will probably immediately save at the first sign of any sort of pressure. Jane boosted up. Smoke, is he going to be able to cover out Jane? It doesn't. Jane gets the opener. He's going to drop back now. They have a counter flash being thrown in so they can't boost up again. Now Travis is hearing a lot of movement. They're going towards A. Reason why is they've got X-Cloud in the background. X-Cloud gets the open to Nota. Can he get the second note? Belchanok to trade. Belchanok trying to push forward. Some bias took down Travis, trying to go for the lurk as well. They might switch it back to B. They can switch it back to B if they wanted to. Now, 1-for-1. Tanier's throwing the bomb towards the A side. They don't know where any other players are. They find Belchanok. Tanier unable to get it. Jame was trying to trade out, but Tanier actually tucked in just in time. HE been thrown in. Oh, Jame misses A. Didn't expect Tanier to be in that location either. Tanier gonna drop back. In fact, he's just gonna run all the way to potentially B here. But Jame can't go for this. HE being thrown in, and this is a very weird round already. Because Jame knows Sun Pius is around here. He's been hearing the scope. Sun Pius, oh, beautiful shot. Gets Jame right in the chest. Belchanok, is he expecting anyone in cave? No, he's dead. Doesn't even expect it. Absolutely clothesline, and Heroic get 12. That was a strange as hell round. Insane how the first NA game is tomorrow's at 12 EST. I gotta say, the first Australian game's at 10 AM my time, so 12 as well. You can see there's Sun Pius and Tanier. Looking pretty good at the moment. Belchanok really striving up the CT side. Is it normal that Netic is not listed in the FlyQuest roster? No, it's not normal. Netic is definitely on the FlyQuest roster. He's definitely on the... Dexter's listening to HLTV? Nah, Dexter's not playing. Dexter ain't playing. Well, well, look who came out on top. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyway, Heroic. 1 round to get past them all, forced by coming in from Paravision. But yeah, Dexter's not playing. I can tell you that with 100% confidence that Dexter is not playing. X-Cloud burning, I'm gonna say not worth it, given that you're versing a force by round to take 60 points of damage. Heroic in a bit of trouble already. They've had some self-inflicted utility damage, and more utility damage being done. Travis, I'm gonna say Tanier's gonna go for it. He will definitely go for it. Given that X-Cloud's damaged already, they're gonna go for these fights. They're gonna go for this aggression. They have to at this stage. I mean, they've got a player on 30 HP. Flashbang being thrown out. Tanier doesn't catch anyone on the B bomb site. There's only one on A, and that's not an AWP either. So there's no AWP on the A bomb site. If they can ascertain, like, there's a double cave set up. To be fair, the rotation player being Jame is very, very alert to this fact. Youngster playing rear guard as well. Heroic, don't know where this one's going to end. That's the main thing. X-File's been thrown the AWP. Not sure how well you'd say he's good on it. And they're going to switch over to the A site. Like, Heroic are feeling, given that a lack of information, that they could be being had here. Especially given the fact that Youngster has been camping around A, and no one's poked their heads in towards A at the moment. Belchanok, he's going to do something big here. He can't. He got absolutely floored. Now, Sunpire's going to rock around here for the AK. Doesn't get one, but it's going to be... Oh, jeez. Linus from behind, though, cuts off the red room. And that's going to be a bomb plant unless Noda is going to be a hero play here. Does stop the... No, doesn't! No, that is horrible. He doesn't stop the plant. Kika, going to be a miracle maker here. Can he pick up the rifle? He does, but X-File's just waiting there. And that is going to be bang. Cut. And there we go. That's the end of the game there as well. Because Heroic went 13-9. And Sun Pius, I'm going to say, what a pickup as well as Tanier for this team, for this roster in particular. And I'm going to say, Heroic definitely deserved that win there. I mean, the second half charge, Sun Pius just never stopped. Like, he didn't stop from the first half. He didn't stop in the second half. He was actually an absolute hard worker. Then you got Tanier as well. Tanier getting a lot of critical 2Ks, a lot of critical 3Ks to swerve around. And, you know, I can't give much plaudits there to Heroic as well. But the other player should probably highlight is Belchanok as well. Belchanok was very, very good on that CT side. Getting that 4K on the pistol, which basically secured the round. and was amazing to see in particular. But I gotta say, Paravision, they lose their first matchup, lose their first BO1. Next up for us, by the way, guys, we're gonna go to sort of see if any other games are going on at the moment. No games are going on at the moment. Big got absolutely stomped by Paravision, from what I've seen. 13-4 Mirage. Big did not even win a single CT round. We're going on to the BC Fnatic game after this. So that's the one we're heading to. What do you guys feel about that game in particular? Like, you know, any things that you guys want to take out of it? I feel like definitely the man of the match there was Sunpias by far. Like, Sunpias was definitely the man of the match. You could just smell the impact on him from everywhere. Like, the impact of the orb, you know, getting a lot of crucial kills, getting a lot of good opening kills as well, really dictating the terms of the game. But as per usual, guys, I want to hear from you guys what you guys felt. You know, did I get the right read? Do you feel someone else should be mentioned as well? I know LNZ, like, you know, I know Linus LNZ had some good stand-up points as well. Two seconds, guys. Oh yeah, so we've got the next game coming up, which is going to be coming up in about 30 minutes or so. We can probably discuss the results so far to see if any results have gone the wrong way. Ents beating 500, kind of expected. Metasport to beat Bait, I gotta say that's expected too. I feel like Metasport's actually a very big sleeper team. And that Metasport are very, very strong overall. I do love the Lumian and B Hampus roster. As well as you got Isaac as well from GamerLegion and Popsky as well. And I do think that's better than obviously the Bait roster that surprised an ESL challenger. Next one, you got Ents v500. To be honest though, like, Ents were always going to flatten them, to be honest. I feel this Ents roster, even though it's a bit underpowered, they're a lot stronger than that 500 roster. The 500 roster, weirdly enough, just never perform to like the sum of their parts. I've always been playing under it in particular. Big v9 Pandas, I'm surprised about this one because Big have got a good roster. Like a really, really good roster here. But they just got absolutely destroyed. Tabson and JDC had no impact. And I know, like, you know, there's Crad, Dardes, who's very good on Result and 9 Pandas, but that's just, you know, it's not a good team, basically. And obviously the blockbuster match was between Heroic and Paravision. Yeah, I'd say Sunpias, as I said before, was very, very dominant overall. And it was probably the main talking point in this match in particular. Now we wait for the next game, which is BC game v Fnatic. And that's going to be an interesting one. I feel Fnatic should win the next game. Like, the reason for that in particular, like, look at the players on paper. You got your Blame F, you got your Mattis, you got your Jambo as well. You know, Jambo from Passion UA. You got the Fear now as your IGL, who worked very, very well in that major push last major. I know the downside is obviously not having Crims and having Borub instead. That's probably a downgrade, I would say. Crims has probably got more veteran and probably more skill to it as well. You got BC game, we had Cypher, Jacob, Nexa, Prime Taps, and Nork. Nork and Cypher, Jacob as well as Nexa. They're definitely pretty decent. But I'm not too sure, like, you know, are they going to beat F Fnatic? Are they going to beat out Blame F and Matters completely, you know, just absolutely debilitating and destroying and disrupting their team? As well as, you know, Fear and Jambo as well. You know, Fear and Jambo, definitely a good upset of players. I'm a bit surprised that Fnatic, given the grudge match coming in as Nork's facing his ex-team, replaced Nork with a random AWPer that nobody has really heard of. Even in the tier 2 scene in particular that talked very highly of him. And I don't think anyone was surprised when that person just, I think it was like Bullimorph or whatever his name is, just didn't really fit in at tier 2 or tier 1. Because, you know, like, sometimes, you know when a player is ready, like Ultimate, for example, where guys are, you know, talking about him, but no one was really talking about, I'm trying to remember his name, how it's pronounced, but no one was really talking about him, so I'm just, like, sitting there going, like, then why did they pick him up? Yeah, Bebelov. I was just sitting there going, why did they pick him up if no one's really heard much about him in the end? So, yeah, you know, that's overall overall, what I review these two teams in particular, what sort of map are we going to get? That's probably the real question. Like, what map are we going to get between these two teams? To be honest, I could see an Inferno. We're not going to get a Nuke or Dust 2. Inferno might be a go-to map. Train could be a go-to map. Oh, did you just see that Pokemon standing in for God's Reign because of the guy that back ban? I thought that was a while ago, actually. Fucking idiot. Yep. That's what I'm gonna say. Absolute dum-dum. To be fair, I don't think God's Reign's gonna last the second day, to be honest. Like, I gotta say, let's be real. I don't think God's, like, given the rosters in that qualifier, they're not gonna last past the first day. Like, you got Chinggis and the Huns. Whoever loses out of those is gonna beat whoever loses out of Eruption and God's Reign. Okay? Like, God's Reign is just, like, literally the odd one out of those three matchups. Asia Quali is a joke. Well, the rest of Asia Quali is pretty... Like I say, the rest of Asia Quali is pretty competitive, to be honest. Like, if I'm going to be honest. Very, very competitive. The China qualifier is oh shit, because, like, you look at that Chinese qualifier, and it's literally just loaded. Like, absolutely loaded. Like, other than Dog Evil, you got, like, Tyler, Adam, and Lin Vision. Unfortunately, I gotta say, for the Asia qualifier, they only have, I think it's like 5 BO3s in general, while, like, all of Australia and whatnot have, like, multiple. I don't think, by the way, I don't think any of the AU scene is going to be casted, as far as I know. I know there's a few people doing it, but, like, a lot of them are, like, in Russia and whatnot. So it even looks inconsistent. Yeah, that's what I meant. But the Chinese qualifier, the rest of them are just pretty crazy. But I gotta say, Dog Evil's probably the weakest team in that Chinese qualifier. But to be fair though, I gotta say they're probably gonna be a team that goes 0-2. Trying to figure out like what else is going on at the moment. Also, we got our official broadcast for Oceanic, which is good. $19 minutes. Dude, time doesn't feel fast at all, man. It really doesn't. I don't know what really we can go over. We can probably discuss defrag. Like, we had a good defrag debrief. It was actually pretty decent. Like, really good feedback and whatnot as well. The good thing is, as well, is like a lot of the talent were in as well, which I was really, really happy with. Because, like, it's always good to get someone else's take on it as well. But, yeah, so there's gonna be probably a lot more, like, coming into the event for next time in particular. Like, sort of like, what am I gonna say? Probably more, I'd say probably more like analyst desk and a lot of caster content as well. Someone actually mentioned one of the funny complaints was there's too many casters at the events. And I'm just like, damn. Let me see what it is. Oh yeah, that's right. The players' PCs need to be better. That's a bit of a dark secret of why Ancient was never played at the event. Was because the PCs were too bad to play Ancient. What else was it? The big thing in particular was like more content generation and whatnot, and putting B stream remote. And the other one was like I wasn't sure what sort of event we were doing, whether it was like a fun event or a serious event. I assumed it was a serious event, so I went in serious. That was another thing as well that came up. Basically as well, like people were really happy. Grid, which is like one of the top, rates the TOs, rated us 9 out of 10, which was really, really good. So yeah. Players enjoyed the cast. We already, like, basically half the feedback was like, more space in the studio, but I was like already accounted for. I also got a bit peeved about the lacking real analysis. I was sitting there going like, come on, I did a lot of, but what they were talking about. They're talking about like an analyst desk, and there was no analyst desk whatsoever. I was preparing to put away the heater for spring, but it snowed the other day. Oh, jeez. Talking about snow in particular, one of the people I know who are from Russia, it's snowing in April, and I was like, does it ever stop snowing there? Is it like June and it's still snowing? This is the downside of not having a running time period, by the way. A running thingo is that there's like giant breaks in between. There's also good things to that as well. But yeah, I was gonna say overall, I think defrag's gonna be my first and last LAN event. Like, I don't imagine getting much like things in the end because I don't I gotta say overall, like I don't regularly talk to the people too much, and I just feel excluded in general because like I'm quite, I guess, harsh on my views, and some people just prefer to suck up to people than like to talk to them. And then again, I'm just like a lot older than a lot of people in particular, so it's just yeah. Ugh. Maybe it's not the suck up part. It's more like it's just like I just don't. It's you know when you're too old for the previous generation. I gotta say though, I've been preparing with my hoodies and jumpers and whatnot, and I'm gonna get the strange feeling that I'm not gonna need either. I actually got a response on my Instagram posts. I wonder which one. I think I know which one I've done it. I'm trying to think what else. Man, like I got Melbourne to prep for as well. Probably should like probably taken today off and prep for Melbourne. But to be fair, I'll probably be doing it tomorrow, just prepping for Melbourne and also Friday as well. I'm also trying to book in. Like I couldn't get to the group stage for IM Melbourne. According to a lot of people, no one is allowed in, and that's why I was like hell grilling a few people who were like, "Oh, you know, gonna be watching it in the evening and come in and whatnot." I'm like, "How are you gonna get into the group stage? Do you know like you know like who do I talk to and whatnot? Because I want to get in during a group stage because there are people I want to talk to who I know will be leaving if they get eliminated." Like, if they get eliminated early on, they'll be gone. Like, on the 24th, they'll just leave. So there are people that I want to catch up with and meet and whatnot. So, yeah. So I've been trying to get those in as well. So I did talk to a few people, so hopefully you can get some, like, discussions with people. And if I can't get a video interview with them, which may be difficult, we can get a, just a chat. Actually, 2 seconds. I gotta see when the defrag guys get in. Because maybe we can do a sneaky interview. To be fair, they're not, obviously, obliged. Oh, jeez. I'm going to sign a chess player. A lot of people are signing chess players these days, but I know it's for EWC. Like, EWC, by the way, like, you know, I think they have chess as a tournament, right? So, yeah. Also, as well, I haven't really been doing Josh and Strike too much. And, yeah, like, the real reason is because a lot of the players and whatnot, and, like, a lot of other people in particular that I do want to talk to, are all working. Like, they're all working at many different events or out at different events. And I don't know, I just, to be honest, I've just really been unmotivated to do it, to be honest. Because, like, I get, like, I do ask for help. I get no help. And it just feels like everyone else wants to support other people's work but mine. Okay? That's how I feel like half the time. Just everyone wants to support everyone else's work but mine. Because anytime I post an article, it gets very little likes. But the moment I help someone else write their article, just an FYI, okay? Because one of the articles was mostly written by me, they get all the likes and retweets. So that's how I'm feeling like in the scene at the moment. And you know, it's been some things in particular, like since the start, where I just feel like really unappreciative for like a lot of things that I've been doing. I just don't feel really appreciated. Like, I feel like I put like 2 times more effort or 3 times more effort than a lot of people in particular. And I'm always out there being like, hey, what can I do more? What can I do this? And then I found out later that other people are planning stuff, and it's just like, yeah, I reached out, like, talk to me. It's really getting on my nerves where like I put my hand up first every single time, and it's just like when like you're not included despite, you know, really wanting to help out. It's just like, well, like there's only gonna be so much times I'm just gonna put my hand up until I just don't put my hand up at all, because you're not gonna include me in it. And that's why I've had to do a lot of the shit myself, because like people just not including me in shit. And, you know, if you're not getting included in shit, it's like, you know, if you're not doing Mythic Pluses by yourself or anything like that, you list your own key, you do your own thing. So yeah, that's what I've, you know, that's what kind of motivated me to do that, because like if no one's fucking picking you up, go in. Like, that's it. Like, you gotta kind of do it yourself. But yeah, at the moment, I haven't really felt too motivated to do it, because like, yeah, like that's pretty much it. Like, you know, I get people on, we have a discussion, we have a talk about a few things, and then I see my videos get like 30 views, and I pump out a WoW video, you know, about guides and whatnot, and I get about 4K to 5K views on it. So yeah, I'm thinking more like doing like clip content in particular of like ESL, like ECL. But, you know, since I'm not really going to be doing anything after, I think it's June, pretty much like, you know, that's the sort of stuff I was thinking before I put everything on the back burner. Just waiting for the, I'm waiting for the video to pop out. I wonder what sort of video we're going to get. Thank you for the follows, by the way. And thank you for listening, but I don't think anyone wants to listen to that, to be honest. God. Oh yeah, I forget that the MRQ only has 6 spots for Europe. Jeez. That is rough. Like, absolutely rough. Yeah, it's gonna be an absolute bloodbath for stage 1. Like, absolutely bloodbath. Wonder what map we're gonna get out of these guys. Did I show the map on the main stream before it happens? We ended up getting trained, by the way, guys. The map I didn't expect either, to be honest. I did not expect a train. Mainstream is headed to playcast, so okay, that figures. To be fair, it's kind of be expected at this stage. So I think I'm going to be doing it today, but I'm not sure if I'll be doing it Wednesday. I won't be doing it tomorrow. I've got some stuff to write tomorrow. Wednesday I'll probably do more Mythic Plus and just get all my keys done. I actually probably could do all my keys on Friday. Since Thursday and Friday there's no MRQ. Thankfully a YouTube stream. It should be, Relog should have the YouTube stream for this game. I'm a bit surprised if they don't. No, they don't. They do. They only stream on YouTube. Oh yeah, I gotta load up their thing then. It's ancient again, by the way. Someone told me train, but it's ancient again. It's never. They just don't have a listen to HLTV. No, they do. They do. Actually, no, this is A as well. Oh no, this is the B stream. No, the B stream's here. If you want to know, kind of want to. They have it now. I was gonna say, yeah, they put it on now. Oh, Fetcher wasn't there. Yeah, definitely. I think you were right. It wasn't there before. I only noticed it quite recently, to be honest. I gotta say though, like, someone said their May was empty. Like their May was quite empty. I think it was KCG said it. Like their May is quite empty after the playoffs. Which I gotta say is probably a good thing that their May is empty. Because like I gotta say right now, I don't think anyone's gonna be watching the watching any other tournament during the major. I've gotta say Dust 2 have been very, very good at scheduling their tournament, because I remember that Eminem's was talking about this, that you can schedule your tournament in such a way that it doesn't, like, you don't get impacted hard. And yeah. Just waiting for the game to pop up, by the way, guys. But yeah, I definitely agree. It wasn't there before you mentioned it. The funny thing is that my like my HUD is so broken at the moment that I can't put Ancient again as a map. So it's I have to wait. Restart it? I guess does that work? Nah, it doesn't work yet. But it will restart once I join the server. No, I meant it will restart when I join the server, so I can put it in again. Oh boy. I tried connecting, it doesn't work. Oh, it doesn't work, yeah. To be fair, it's probably requested the delay. Talk about the connected server to watch. Oh, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Yeah, I'm saying what you said. Yeah. I'm not talking about my heart. I'm talking about you. Don't worry. Okay, I'm talking about you. This is what I'm getting. Again, the exact same thing. See? Exact same error message. Oh, jeez. Bit of BM coming out from Ents. Feel bad for 500, especially Mr. Oxygen. It's probably really hard to play if admins are looking at you so hard. Ooh, jeez. That's some cooking. That's cooking. I was just checking if HLTV's like something changed in there or whatnot. forever sinking. I'm not sure if it's sinking, S-Y-N-C, or S-I-N-K. Oh, there we go. We're so back. There you go. Everyone's in the server. You got Prime Taps, Nork, Cypher, Nexa, Jacob. Versus, down in the other corner, we got Blame F, Natus with his incredible mousepad, Borub, Fear, and Yambo. It's 4 minutes behind. They're live. Yeah, you're right. They're live without delay. So this is 4 minutes behind by default. But what we've got here, we've got, you know, Yambo, Fear, Borub, Natus, and Blame F. So green, red, orange, yellow, blue. Versus, on the other side, Nork, ex-teammate of BC Games, Prime Taps, Cypher, Jacob, and Nexa, sorry, Nork, ex-teammate of Fnatic. And we're going to get the underway. We're going to get onto the lead player being Jacob. Jacob with a Glock holding middle. Another battle on Ancient. Borub with a very interesting picture. Never heard of cropping before, Borub. Cropping is a concept, according to Borub's picture. Cypher, pushing up. Spots the player at Donut. Gonna drop back. It's two CT players. Jacob and Nork gonna break it. But not the last Donut playing Borub. Cypher straight with a punch to the jaw. And it's gonna be the A site all secured for BC Game. Pardon. I burped at the same time as I was trying to say BC Game. Natus with the mousepad does grab one. Fear with the trade. Fear with the kit and the USP to boot. Looking for the second player in Donut. If you can find Nork cleanly, but he will not. And Nork will pick up the pieces after being goosh. It'll be a first round for BC Game. First round so far looking pretty good for BC Game. Anti-Eco coming in. Fnatic, will they go for a 4-spy? Nork has got a bit of a grudge match here. Nork was replaced by Bermaloff. And now, of course, Jambo in the mix as well. The Orpers battling their replacements. Now aggressive towards middle, and Jambo's got a kill as well. This is not looking too peachy clean for Fnatic, but they do clean it up in the end. Nork, the Swedish prodigy himself, putting a second round on the board for BC Games. It's going to be 2-0. Bonus round coming in for, bye coming in for Fnatic. So far, there's been nothing too special here. Like, nothing too special in particular. I think a lot of key jewels here as well in the pistol round. So, in particular, they had pistols paying attention to triple. The triple push came in, was eliminated. And they also pressured Donut heavily and able to get into the site. The anti-eco, they all rushed down mid. Well, we're going to see some aggressive play coming from Fnatic. 3 players down mid. HG grenades being thrown in. They see the flashbangs, but those HGs are going to be good. They do a lot of damage. Lame F being tagged up by a few HGs, but he wants to get a bit back. He is not aware that Jacob and Cypher took a lot of damage from those HGs. Blame F. He's not confident they've crossed. Jacob. Got the pixel angle. They haven't got mid control, so they can't really go for it. Prime taps. I've got to say, if they really want to go for a site, A looks the best site to hit. But we're not terribly too sure about that one. Which site's the best site to hit? Lame F. Dropping back to Donut, doing a double Donut setup. Meanwhile, Jambo Is he gonna drop back as well? Jambo's not too keen, he's not sure. Blame F gonna see some action shortly. Spots one, can drop back. Got the info, acceleration's coming through. Blame F on the off angle. Cypher doesn't see it. Blame F is just very, very sharp. They've got two already. Bo up the backup and Fear from behind as well. But Nork's able to take care of Fear. Nork in a 1v3. He ain't gonna expect Bo Rob this close up. First round for Fnatic. That's gonna be a couple of... That was a really quick round end. That felt like 5 seconds, didn't it? And let me check the rulebook. That felt like a really, really quick round end. Did they run out of time? Okay. Must have been just me. Oh, jeez, Fear not checking. He's taken out, but traded out by Mattis. Mattis fixes the mistake, but they're here out on A. BC game out on A. Bo Rub, he's going to be ready for this. Is he going to be ready for this? No, Cypher's got one. He's got two. Round over. Mattis trying to put on a bit of pressure. Is he going to try and swing in? I don't think his IGL, Blame F is probably like, no. Fear's probably like, no, don't do it. Just back off. We've got no info. It ain't going to work. Jacob drops over the MP9, but he's going to pick up the AK anyway. Go on to the next round. Should be a third round for BC Gang. Go say Fnatic. This is just going to be a punch in the stomach. Jacob lurking. Mattis going to be very careful here. Mattis has been seen. The elbow's been seen. And now Jacob's going to have a freebie here because, oh no, Jambo was ready for that. Was ready for that possibility. They know one player's in cave. Jambo definitely going to be ready for this aggression. Third round for BC Game as BC Game takes a 2-round lead. Could be a timeout being called by Fnatic. I was actually going to say, might be a timeout called by Fnatic here. Because losing that round, they got 2 rifles saved over. Do you force up or not? The choice has been yes. Funnily enough, the player that's starring at the moment is that man, Nork, the ex-teammate of Fnatic. Nork was benched for a Bermalov, funnily enough. Probably one of the biggest mistakes I've seen Fnatic ever do is replace their prodigy Swedish Orpa with someone completely unproven. And yeah, they were expect to get Jambo, so they get Fear first of all. And then they eventually got that man in Jambo from Passion UA. But I was really surprised that Fnatic decided to get rid of Nork, given the fact they had just got rid of Afro earlier as well. We don't know, like, the reason why or anything like that. You know, just maybe playing reasons or something like that. Rub pushing forward towards middle. This is a lot different from the Paravision Heroic game. Both teams are very, very active in taking control. Fear pushing forward as well. A lot of pressure being on. Nork's going to accelerate straight onto the B bomb site. Can he catch ahead of anyone whatsoever? Primetap's going to hear that. He knows the cave play is out now. And you can see that Molotov's been put in so early. This is just a safe call. Fear's just going to jet. He grabs the M4. No point. Round's over. B site open up like a can opener, basically. Like a little tomato soup can. I'm just going to say overall, like the B-side players, they cannot go down in 2 to 3 seconds. I mean, you got this aggressive cave plays just popped out there. The B-side players, you just got to live for a bit longer. Allow this guy to cook. And since he couldn't cook, these guys just were like, okay, well, we know a guy's here somewhere. And we've just killed both players on B. We're going to slap B-side, so this guy's fuck out where in Nowheresville. And he can't do anything, so he immediately has to save. It's like on a chessboard where, like, you know, let's just say, for example, like your bishop is like on this side of the map. It's like your bishop's only doing this area. It's not doing like, you know, this area, or anything like that particular. Or a knight that's here, basically. Yeah, your knight can move in the L shape only in this way, okay? Like, good luck. You're not doing anything. BC Game looking very dominant on their T half so far. A lot of middle aggression. I'm liking this. You know, a lot of quick rounds, a lot of aggression. This time we won't see much of that, given the fact there's just a half buy coming in from Fnatic. Or actually half buy coming from Fnatic, technically. Bunch of rifles, bunch of pistols, that's pretty much it. Cypher. He's been leading the charge for a BC game at the moment. Meanwhile, Jambo pushing aggressively down his prime taps, ready for it. Bomb loss at Catwalk. Not ready for it at all. But I don't think Jambo can retain his position for long. Jacob gets into the back halls. Doesn't see Blame F. Should be taken out here on this cross. And that's an AK loss, and that's probably the round loss too. And not to mention as well, Bo-Rob on the other side cleaned up Nexa. Nexa did get one at least, but the bomb is still with Yambo. And this should be a never mind, Cypher gets the perfect entry, takes down Yambo for very little damage. This round's still on. 40 seconds on the clock. Oh no, Bo-Rub. Oh no, this is a bit of a dramatic loss there potentially. This is go time for BC game. Fnatic, they've lost the man advantage. It's 2v2. Blame F has got to go huge here. He's got to stop this ramp push. He's in the perfect position to do so. He's going to hear a few steps. He's going to hear the nades. Molotov's and smoke's been thrown in. Molotov towards the back of the site as well. Cypher, will he check? Close. He will. Blame F wins. Can he get the second as well? Nork unable to trade. Nork swings. Does get the trade in the end. Fear. Is he going to play with no fear? No, he is. Fear's going to be careful. He's going to dodge it. Takes out Nork just before the round ends. Fortunately for Nork. Second round for Fnatic. That was a bit nervous for Fnatic here, especially Bo-Rub getting caught here. Very nervous in that situation. Bo-Rub, he's in a good spot to get any info if they're going here, but he gets caught the flash, and it's just an easy pick from Catwalk. Takes out Bo-Rub, and it's just time to go to B kind of thing. Good recovery by Fear to push that smoke. Puts a lot of pressure on the planter, i.e. Nork, where Nork can't actively plant the bomb. And that puts him into a winning position, basically. BC game pushing up. They might go grab. There's no smoke. There's no flashes. Deep Molotov. Look towards the back. Jambo gets one, but he has to back out. Now Nexa looking towards Cave. He knows the second player will be in Cave. Jambo being completely thrown off his angle. Next need to get the bomb in, and that's it. Nork's got the package. Can drop the bomb, but he's going to be careful as well. There's a Cave player still in there. Okay, player peeks. Madness can be traded out. Nexa should be able to recover the bomb and does. Prime Tap takes down Fear. Bomb's going to be planted. Will be planted. Trying to go for the wall bangs is Jambo, but not hitting any. Prime Tap's going to go for another here. Jambo is going to be... should get it. He does. Jambo barely gets in the end. A lot of wall bangs. 28 seconds on the clock. Just waiting for the flank. Next is going to be confirmed that there's no flanks whatsoever. They're all coming from back of sight from his teammate and Jacob. Now he's just trying to dictate which side are going to go first. Smoke can be thrown in. Bo-Rub the first kill. Next has got one. Jacob gets the upper as well. Jacob might have won the round here. Blame F can't really go for this Nexa. What can he do? Nexa goes down. Blame F, he might... no, can't go for it. Doesn't have enough time. And it should be a 5th round for BC game. I'm going to say big ups for Jacob here. Jacob sniping out. The back play here was massive. Absolutely massive. While Nexa took care of business on the close player. Far player. Long player taken out as well. I'm going to say beautiful crossfire. And not to mention as well that Jacob was smoked. Like, Jacob couldn't see shit. But he got a beautiful shot. And that's all that matters. I'm going to swear less, okay? I swear too much. Bo-Rub, very aggressive, should be dead. Jacob is going to do that. Exactly what Jacob does best. However, Jambo did get a trade. I'm going to say that. I think that's going to hit A instead. Oh, geez, from behind its neck side. They will definitely... oh, geez, this is a problem here. Because Nork's going to recover the bomb, but they may play very, very aggressive. Prime Taps. Trying to get one for free. Doesn't get it. Fnatic's surely got to know that they don't have the bomb. Prime Taps goes down to Madness. This is actually a bit of a precarious call here. Now they're going to go towards B instead. Jambo goes down, looking for the second is Cypher. Cypher's going to play aggressive here. Gets a lot of damage, but that's it. Meanwhile, Nork rushing to that B bomb site. Surely they got to know that he was trying to cut off the rotation towards B. They don't. They go together. They do have high HP, so understandable. 1v2. Nork, all he has is a flash, and that's it. Nork did hear a step towards CT. Here's a lot of steps towards CT. Trying to check ramp, trying to check the site. Nork got a peek, gets his opener. Beautiful shot by Nork, can he get the second? He does! Jeez, Nork, what a clutch. 6 rounds of BC Games. BC Games are starting to put on the afterburners. I wonder what was said. No, nothing was said. As you can see here, Tim and Manus and Nork saying hi to each other. Nork's absolutely killing it at the moment. Putting the team on his back. I'm gonna say that's just an absolute pillar of a clutch. Let's go again. No stats really to notify so far. Early Molotov once again, early aggression as well. Blame F's actually going to be forced back in the donut. The flashbangs go in the favor of a BC game. Not to mention Jacob catches Blame F going in towards donut. I wonder if Jacob's going to go for a push in towards red room. Risky venture. They've got basically middle control. Fear's going to be very careful. I think Fear's going to go off an off angle now. They've got no middle control. No one from triple can really help them. They're smoked off triple. The A players have gone ultra aggressive as a result. But you got to be careful if you go ultra aggressive, because if they take A, they know that A main's not theirs. They know that a few other areas are not theirs either. But Borup's going on a bit of an adventure. He's going to be like, guys, they're not B. They're not T-spawn. They must be all elsewhere. And to be fair, Fear's going to find out very shortly that all coming towards A. Fear can't see. Cypher's going to pick him off for free. Now, Blame F at Connector should... What? Cypher beats him on that angle as well? Jeez, this game is getting worse and worse for Fnatic. Cypher just absolutely clobbered them. Mattis against Jacob. Wins the duel, but... I gotta say, they're gonna win the duel but lose the war. Matt is trying to escape. Will they escape? That's the main question. I don't think they will. Nexa on the lurk. The IP on HLTV is fine. You can use all of that. However, you cannot use a HUD. You cannot use a HUD unless you got permission from Blast to use a HUD. Like, Blast have a website with all the guidelines on it. You can stream community casting, but you cannot use a HUD for it. If you want to stream with a HUD, you've got to contact Blast and get permission directly. You do not need to apply permission to stream the game, but you need to have permission to have a HUD. A custom HUD. Blast have it on their website. Whatever it is. Where is it? Let me get you stuff. That's it. Jambo? Ooh, jeez. I say that's gonna be hurting Jambo at the moment. Here, just poking up and down. Is he trying to sell that Jambo's not close when trying to escape that? Jambo, I'm gonna say, should have really hit that shot. overstacking the B bomb site for Fnatic. Can they catch anyone off guard? Cypher has been on a bit of a hot streak lately. Chamber holding doors. Can they catch anyone out? Dexter's got one. Can they get in a bit more? The bomb's dropped outside, but doesn't really matter. They've win the duel here, BC Game. They keep a 3-for-2 trade in their favor. Molotov been thrown as well. Cypher's expecting extra players to pop in. Meanwhile, BlameF is going for a deep, deep flank. They've lost their AWP as well in Jambo. Oh, jeez, he's been spotted. Nork takes down BlameF as well. And they could look to go for that A side. Mattis is thinking that way as well. They're going to go towards A. They haven't seen the bomb at all. So Mattis, given that the position here was to cut off the sites like this. Actually, to be fair, it was like this here. They're looking to cut off the sites and they're heading this way. Mattis is accelerated to A in that scenario. Also, even if the players aren't here, Mattis can just save around this area. He's not going to get aggressively pushed. But Mattis is choosing to be a bit more aggressive. He's got to be a bit careful here, Mattis. I actually know he can go for it. This rifle's expendable. And also, scoreboard, never mind. Scoreboard's becoming a bit of an issue, and Nork cleans him up, finishes 8 rounds on the board for BC Game. BC Game are on fire. I gotta say at this moment, like, Fnatic, they just don't have an answer for BC Games on their T side at the moment. Like, they really, really do not have an answer. You can see already, like, you know, the rounds that they've won. Bro Rub, aggressive. Going really, really aggressive. They've heard him. They know he's here. BlameF goes down to Jake, and they know someone's close by as well. Prime Taps does get the kill in the end. They know someone's close by. Next up finishes them off as well. And that's both players taken out. Fear. I've got to say, if in this round's over, Fear, he might get caught out here. The CT smoke's off balance, but should be relatively fine. Another set of utility being thrown in. That will draw him to the middle at least. Jambo can't really get a line at all. Very aggressive towards mid. Now Fear goes ahead of the Molotov, doesn't get the aim he needs. Manages to trade. And I gotta say, where's the bomb? Bomb's gonna be bottom of B. Fortunately for them, that it was not out in the open there in mid. And they're gonna push up on towards B. He's got to commit to a site at this stage. And B seems to be it. Jambo's got another as well, taking down Nexa. They're gonna be careful here for BC Game. Let's get the bomb down. Put the time pressure on towards Fnatic. Fnatic are going, I can say overall, never mind. Prime Taps is going to deny the opportunity. That Fnatic may want to go for it. But now they can't. Mattis has found himself in a similar scenario. A 1v3 again. And yeah, like, that ain't gonna happen. He's in trouble. Mattis takes down Cypher, picks up the AWP. Gotta be careful here, Mattis. Molotov can be thrown in as well. They're definitely poking him, and they will not kill him in the end. And Mattis will keep that AWP for his teammate, Gambo. And round number 9 for BC Game. Full buy for the final round and a half. Keeping that AWP is very, very important for Mattis. Gives him that full buy. Otherwise, we'll have to, you know, buy an M4. To be fair though, like with Fnatic and their full buys, it hasn't really mattered so far. Jambo playing up close and personal. On A main. Looking to an A duel at the moment. Oh geez, Nexa, he snaked in. Jambo misses. He should get a second shot, does get a second shot, so it should be traded out. Bro Rob coming in, but I don't think he'll be able to cover this, nor could plant this. Oh geez, I'm gonna say Nexa's caught a rotate. It's gonna be taken out by Mattis, and that's gonna be one issue down. Now Nork burns Bro Rub, and Bro Rub didn't react to it. He couldn't see, but he was burning. It's going to be a 2v2. Prime Taps, he's seen one. He's going to drop back to side. He doesn't need to aggress this. He knows it as well. Prime Taps takes a bit of damage. The damage boost goes against him. The smoke's been pushed in as well. The MP9's good up close and personal as well. He's got almost gets. Oh no! Bit of a mess spray, but gets it in the end. Nork's been spotted. Mats is going to play aggressive, and he has to now. Time's against him. He's going to lose around now, actually. But Nork is just going to confirm it with a cherry on top. That's going to be 10-2 to BC game. Good half, good half. Tack. Nah, everyone's just getting ready for the second half. I was just going to say overall, I feel like this game's over at this point. Like, this game is just really, really, really over at this point. Just BC game just completely flattened them. Or flattened the CT side. The CT side was really just non-existent. Like, for Fnatic, it was completely non-existent. I mean, like, there's a lot of aggressive control over and over again for these areas in particular. And BC game kept winning it out over and over and over and over again. Either by great flashes, great molotovs, or straight up aim duels. Like, you had Cypher, who had just absolutely just barreled his way through there. Then it was like Nork sneaking his way through here as well and whatnot as well. Just Fnatic didn't seem to have any sort of answer for it. And it was really disappointing to watch that. Fnatic really never adjusted, really never tried anything new. They just got straight up destroyed. Like, let's just be brutally honest, they got straight up destroyed. They didn't adapt at all. Just BC game did the same stuff over and over again. Get aggressive control of mid, get aggressive control of cave, get in their faces, get into the back line, make sure that Fnatic can't do anything. Fnatic going for the B rush. Cypher and Prime Taps. Jambo being boosted up. Flashes and the smokes and the molotovs coming in shortly. Prime Taps probably confirmed that given the smokes have been thrown in as well. Now Cypher's gone ahead of the smoke as well. Flashbang can be thrown in as well. Cypher's going to drop back into the smoke. I think he's being tagged by his own teammate. B-side goes down. They do not have a kit either, so they have to try kind of disrupt this at the moment. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to disrupt it. Prime Taps going through that smoke. Can they catch anyone completely off guard? Not yet. Now next up, we'll take down Fear as well. These players in cave need to do a lot of work here. They know players are in cave. Can they find any? Mattis, great fade away. Gets the goose. Should take him in Prime Taps though. Quickly trade out. They check if anyone's in cave. No one is in cave. Prime Taps finishes it off. It's going to be an 11th round for BC Games. I was going to say, if Fnatic, they can't lose that. They need to make a comeback here, but this is just a round they cannot lose. They get the bomb down, they can get the Tech 9s, they can get the Galils, and just really just spank a site at this stage. Fnatic. A lot of utility being thrown in. Overlaying the utility. You gotta say, seen M80 do that as well. But not to the, I gotta say, probably a lot less utility being thrown around by BC Games. Counter smoke being thrown in by Cypher. They have the utility now to counter smoke this out. But here, aggression. Cypher gonna drop out of cubby. It's gonna be hit by the Tech 9 for a bit of damage, but it's gonna make sure he doesn't overplay his part. Cypher's got one, but should be traded out by the second Tech 9. I can't believe he wasn't. Jambo's still alive, but doesn't really matter. Nork and Jacob able to just re-establish some sort of control to put themselves on map point and match point. 12-2. This is just an absolute bloodbath at the moment. Great, I gotta say overall, great work by Cypher here to just stay alive. So he's able to just keep these guys at bay while Nork and Jacob can take care of anyone else in cave. Nork and Jacob take care of the cave players. And then Cypher gets one here. Jacob and Nork can steady the ship and just finish off that player in a trade. And they get the round there from BC Game. Once again, another 4 spike coming in. Oh, great nade. Hits Fear for a lot of damage. Now Cypher's here, a lot of movement. Charging in. Cypher's got one. Bomb dropped. Can be recovered. Smoke off. Cypher deep in towards the cubby. They know he's here. Bro Rob's going to trade. They can rush onto the B site. That's exactly what they do. Prime Taps is trying to get everything he can. He's being tagged up by the scout. Bro Rob trades out. Nork, they know he's still around here somewhere. Scout bullet being thrown up. Deep smoke as well. Jacob's waiting for the flank. Could be a critical round here for Fnatic. Nexa. Oh, gee, Borob's got a dink as well. That's not good. Borob takes a lot more damage. That's going to be a dead... Sorry, not Borob. Blame F. It's going to be dead. Borob takes down Jacob, though, with the M4. Nork with a trade, but he's being dinked. And this scout can do a lot of damage here as well. However, coming in from behind is Nexa. It's got one Jambo, but doesn't see Nexa. Oh, misses that shot. And Nexa should have enough time to seal the deal. And BC Games to be 13-2. He's got a kit. Doesn't matter. GG. That was a slaughter. Like, that was an absolute slaughter. Top fragging was Nork. Nork was just so impactful. 22 kills, 5 deaths. I mean, this is, you know, we found out now that Nork was, you know, you never should have replaced him. Let's just put it that way. Never should have really replaced Nork. Just gonna tweet at Nork and be like, you know, you leaving any kills to anyone else, Nork, man? You're just dominating that server. So yeah, I say overall, Fnatic looked like crap. I'm just gonna say it. Fnatic looked awful. No CT side strategy. They just kept running their heads into a brick wall over and over again. And on the T side, same thing. They did the same thing again and again. It just didn't feel like they knew how to play Ancient. It really didn't. That's what I'm gonna put it down to, okay? Like, they just didn't know, like, I just feel like them at the start, they had great mental, they had great, you know, competitiveness and whatnot. But the moment they lost that 5th round on the T side, like when it was 5-2 up, their mental just went to crap. They just weren't winning anything. Cypher was just essentially pushing by will. Nork was just willing everything over the line. Every single clutch fell to the way of BC Games. And it's just felt the mental of Fnatic just went into a bin. There's absolute... They just played, like, bad. Like, the strap book was very shallow. And they just got absolutely bodied. They were getting blown up in the aim deals, getting blown up in the strategy. No multi-frags really coming out from any players in particular. Matt has found himself in 2 1v3 scenarios in multiple CT rounds. And it's just like, you can't be going down to a 2-player deficit before you put anything on the field. At all. And that's just like, I don't know what to say at this stage. Like, they're just... It was an absolute horror show. Like, an absolute horror show, to be completely honest. Like, I don't know what to describe it. Like, just... BC Games killed them. Next up, we got GamerLegion v Nemiga. 2 teams that I do follow. So we got Ash. And we've got Box and his boys as well. Flamus' ex-team. Flamus Cup, because GamerLegion took Flamus. And this will be the last game we'll be casting today. I've got to do a few things for tomorrow for the preview. I can write up a quick preview, basically, for the games. Actually, you know what? I could probably write a quick preview now because I've got like 45 minutes to wait. Yeah, let's do that. Let's write up that quick preview. So we gotta write up an Oceanic preview, by the way, guys. Okay, so with the Oceanic preview, let's get an MRQ preview for the Asia Google Docs. Okay, cool. Okay. So in the MRQ. Wait, Focus doesn't realize that there's a photo taken with him? 2 seconds, let me find it. Focus, man. Okay, boy, we gotta get this, we gotta get right this Google Doc. Two seconds, guys. I'm writing an article quickly. Okay. So guys, just writing an article. What are you writing about? It's a preview for tomorrow's MRQ. Since this game ended really early, the next game's at 8:30. We've got 45 minutes to just waste, basically. Shit, I need to find out what VRS points they have for the major. Just want to add that in. Oh shit, Simplify and FlyQuest tied. God. I'm trying to figure a preview for Simplify. Either way, Taffy's going to be editing this one to death, I reckon. I cannot imagine that Taffy wouldn't be editing this one to for death. She's gonna say that game between BC Game and Fnatic, fuck me, that was just an absolute slaughter, mate. Like, if you were there for that game, just Fnatic had no fucking clue. Like, literally they just got punched in the face and they just had no plan. It was just literally just BC Game stop and go over them. Like, there was really, like, there's a reason why I'm not discussing it too much. Because it was that fucking, like, one-sided slaughter. Like, it was an absolute one-sided slaughter. Like, I can't really discuss it, you know? It was just, they just got absolutely fucking romped. G'day, Damo, dude. So I'm not doing too much for the stream at the moment because the next game's in about, make it 38 minutes. But what did you get up to today, dude? What did you get up to? What did you do? So you got 2. Shout out, isn't it? Yeah. There we go. Go fully Damo, guys. I think you were casting ESA Open, right? I'm writing an article because GamerLegion doesn't start until about 30 to 35 minutes or so. And I'm writing an article to giving a preview for all the MRQs. Stellar v Light? I've never heard of those two teams. I think Light's a new team with a few players in it in particular. Oh no, was it PGL Starter? Yeah. How do you call a leading like a team is really good on the T half of Nuke? Like, what do you say? Like a dominant T half display? It's actually quite funny because that defrag, Jordan wanted to check it because Jordan like to check the positive side of the Sepify. Because I'm talking about Sepify having a T-side bias on Nuke when I was casting. And Jordan wanted to check if I was right about it, and he was just shocked that I was right about it. Because it was, you never say a team has a good T-side Nuke and have an average round on the T-side of Nuke of 7. Which Semperfi have. Like, Semperfi's average T-side rounds on Nuke is 7. So about only cast of the week, to be fair, probably gonna have a lot of those as well, because I think, isn't ESA Open finishing up, or is it starting? Oh, it's starting, never mind, you sure should have enough time. Because I think it ends when the playoffs begin for ECL, which is May 9th, which is next month. Like, it'll go extra quick. Just busy this week. I'll probably be doing no open casting in particular, because it'll be like major for Tuesday, Wednesday, a major for today. Tomorrow I'll be doing more IM Melbourne questions, because I'm gonna like pretend I'm gonna be interviewing every single team. You can probably try and finish that up. Wednesday probably play WoW. Thursday, I'm not sure for that. But Wednesday I could do more major. Thursday and Friday, probably more WoW. And Friday and Saturday, I'm going to do like questions for interviews and whatnot if I'm going to get them in and try to book people in particular. And see if I can get a written interview as well, you know, and get as many videos as I can. They haven't announced talent for Melbourne, which I'm really surprised by, to be honest. They haven't finalized the talent for Melbourne. So yeah, as I said, I'm really surprised because you're going to have your flights and shit organized by now. And no, just an FYI, just before you ask anything, no, I'm not talent. Okay, if it's not obvious to anyone, I'm not talent. Okay? If I'm working for Defrag at the event, definitely not being talent. Shit. I forget with a lot of these articles that I've got to put like their full names and whatnot. Thank God I know a lot of players' full names. Except Visions. Oh boy. Big old dream. Yeah, I gotta say, we all have that. I've been talking to a lot of talent, like, we all have had that dream, but I'm just like, yeah, that's no, it's not happening. I think it's Alistair Johnson. It is. Have you done many games tonight? I've only done 2. Fuck, I forget Vision's name. Okay, yep. Decent watches as well. The first game was pretty good between Heroic and Power Vision. BC and Fnatic was shit. BC games were just so much better than Fnatic. Let's just put it that way. Fucking hell, what's... Yep, okay. I was gonna say... I was like sitting there going like, what's Vexite's first name? Yeah, GamerLegion v Nemiga is the next one I've got. me see. Is it, I guess, is it just me, like with Vexite? Vexite's been performing better and better at each single tournament. Now I'm going to check his stats now, and it's going to show that he's been a fucking potato. Like, I'm very sure that Vexite's been getting better at every single tournament he's been at. Like, his average rating's been going up and up and up. Okay, maybe not. ESL Pro League, he actually got shut out. Last Bounty didn't play well. Katowice didn't play well. The Major didn't play well. I saw Excited had much higher stats at a few of these events. I don't think Int has had like his last couple of events. So Int have been very fucking terrible for him. Yeah, I was gonna say his last couple of events have been very bad. But who's been having good events then? I know Jay hasn't had good events. I think it's Regali, I'm gonna say. Like, Jay's been pretty poor. I'm gonna have to say it has to be Regali at this stage as having good events. Unless it's Dexter. But I don't think it's Dexter, I think it's Regali. Yep. Oh shit, I forget Regali's first name. I know it's like Julian, but not Julian. Password formatting, yep. .07? Yeah, he's been very good actually. 1.10 to 1.02. He's been ultra consistent. Holy crap. Have I already quoted Declan? No, I haven't. Feels like a Teddington next game. Well, definitely. I gotta say, I'm gonna finish up the. I think I may have written too much. What ESL Pro League was it 22? Yeah, 21. Never mind. I forgot it was Sims 52. Oh. Dude, I did that all the time back in ESL Europe. When I cast a lot of those. Fuck. I forget has his first name. Jared, that's right. Oh. I forget Addict's last name. It is okay. I was gonna say it's Pendleton, then I'm like, no, that's from Dishonored. Okay. I was like, oh, it can't be Pendleton. That's Dishonored. That's like the last name of the Dishonored people. Oh no, Pendleton is his last name. Okay. If you don't know Dishonored, the Pendletons are the bad guy. They're one of them's a good guy, and the other two are the bad guys. Like I say, who's X-Talon going to play with? Surely Malta's not. Is Malta going to be playing with them? That's a wild connection. I know it is. Oh fuck, I think it's... Dude, I gotta do a lot of reminding here with Sterling. Okay. Oh shit. Liam, Bolter. Did I get it right first time? I did, Chambry. Got it right. And Ewan Sterling Moore. Fuck it. Did Simplify win 2-0 against them? Dude, I'm not even finished yet. Yeah, let's get the stuff at defrag. Addict had a very, very good defrag. I'm just trying to find it at this stage, trying to get their defrag invitational stats. Yeah, they were swept 2-1. But it won't give you the events. Okay, defrag, he was 1.14, yep. For Hazard, like I say, addicts. Yeah, if you ever see addicts config, you be like, holy shit, Mirror's Edge, man. Well, Hazard performed poorly at defrag. Okay. And last but not least is Rooster, and I've got 30 minutes, by the way. Did Rooster finish 3rd or 4th? I'm trying to think where did they finish? At defrag. I know Talon finished 2nd. I think Rooster finished third. I was trying to think of like Semperfi's like finger. I thought they finished third. I'm trying to think who finished fourth then. Housepets finished fourth. Okay, that's right. Housepets finished fourth. Oh, oops, that's wrong channel. Ah, shit. Tyson, ASAP. Oh, fuck. Get ASAP's last name. I can't. HLTV, Patterson, that's right. Okay, cool. I'm very sure ASAP. Oh, no, I don't think ASAP was the best player at the event, actually. Oh, no, he was actually quite good at the event. Okay. Fuck. Fuck. Shit. I don't know how to spell Denny G's last name. I know it's like Jirisu Accuser or some shit. Oh no, that's right. It's not Jirisu Accuser. Jirisu Accuser is a fucking footballer. Yeah, never mind. Oh fuck, I forget DPR's full name. I know his full name. I know his first name's Joshua. Because he and I share the same first name. Ah, fuck, I forget Chelios's name. When I see it, it'll come back to me, okay? There you go. Oh shit, was Chelios that great in the run? Of course, I don't have the stats page. Chelios was, I am right. Chelios was quite good at the events. You're around the defrag booth, yeah. It depends because I'll be doing interviews as well, so I'm not sure if I'll be around the defrag booth or not. But I'll make my way around there at least, okay? How long has this team been together for? Wait, Danny G's been in the team for... Oh, never mind, I just realized. How long has Danny G been in the team for? Danny G's been in the team for 3 months. Oh no, he's been in the team for 2 months. My task to find Oni on one of those days is Oni going to the event? I'm trying to think. There's a few talent not going to the event, but I think Oni is one of them that is going to the event. Like there are some talent that won't go, just an FYI. Like I know some talent that are not going unless they get something. So that's why I'm like not sure who is and who isn't going to the event. Fuck, I forget TJP's name. game should be on. Sorry, guys. I got lost in my writing, okay? Let's just put it that way. We watch a lot of STS as opposed to A tiers of Challenger and DreamHack. To be fair, I gotta say, like, with a lot of the stuff at DreamHack, there were some very, very good teams there. I didn't understand, in particular, why people were trying to hype up Spirit being there. We had MRBR, we had Apex. Where is the game? We haven't got the cast yet. We haven't got the IP yet. But we had a lot of good teams like Aurora, good in Europe, we had MRBR, we had Apex. Party Astronauts, I'd say, overall, probably not the best, but you had Russian there at least. So yeah. But yeah, there's no IP up at the moment. That's why I haven't got to the game yet. So it's doing on a playcast, we're just waiting for the playcast to be visible. Was she in a battle? Well, I don't know. Like, that's up to you. We need an S tier and IM to come back for ages. I just gotta say overall, like, Australia is probably pretty lucky to have any of those S tier events. I'm gonna be brutally honest. Given that, like, a lot of players don't enjoy it because obviously jet lag and whatnot. And I know they don't enjoy it. Okay. Yeah, for you guys into the game. I'll finish off this article. What do we got? What do they pick? Mirage. Okay, cool. Easy. The crowd is selling fact ammo. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of people who are coming to the game who have never watched CS before. But I'm a bit surprised, like, I'm a bit surprised that we haven't got too many CS content creators getting these sponsorships to IM. That's my POV. Because I saw, like, a lot of sponsors were giving out to to content creators that are not really associated with Counter-Strike. Like, I was expecting, like, potentially... I know Eddie's not obviously at IM. Because he's obviously at ACL. But there's definitely should be a few other people. Like, I'm surprised that Brooke, which is basic BT, who didn't get anything from any sponsors as far as I know. And a lot of people in particular that are really involved with CS that they've never reached out to. So that's what I'm a bit surprised by in particular. And I would say nicely they didn't reach out to me either, but you know, my streams aren't big enough, to be honest, that you reach out to that sort of person. And to be fair, I'm sponsored by Defrag and they have competing sponsors anyway. I'm not sponsored by Defrag, but I'm with Defrag sort of thing. But there's a few people overall that, you know, you'd think you'd lend, like, they do a lot of CS in particular, that you would put them with a sponsorship in particular because they know more about the game and whatnot, and, like, you know which teams to be, like, hyping up and whatnot, and they're not being like, you know, I look to a good game and whatnot sort of thing. Now, obviously, that's not a criticism about the content creators, it's more criticism at the people who are sponsoring and whatnot. That's what I'm saying. It's you know, if a content creator like has a go at me or anything like that for saying that, I'm just gonna be like, well, you don't know anything about the game. Like, I'm not saying that's not anything that's not true. Like, I'm you know, just basically saying, like, you know, we really got people who actually know about the game and whatnot. Now, they may say they know about the event, but realistically speaking, an IEM is a CS2 event. Like, the Expo is probably a small part of it, but it's mostly a CS2 event. So, yeah. Now, you know, of course I'll help them out quite a bit, but it's just like, you guys just, you know, I would say overall, probably one of the best people to pick out would have been Eddie, 100%. Like, you get Viridian out there, he can do a lot of content with a lot of players because he knows a lot of them already. But obviously Eddie's not going to be at the event. You could have actually, oh, to be fair, Mac would have been very hard to do because Mac is going to IM Melbourne. So Mac could have been one of them as well. And maybe he is getting activation as well. Mac isn't. Mac got a ticket for IM Melbourne. There you go. I asked for the I asked for this to be allowed, by the way. I emailed them. If they tell me tomorrow you can't have it, I will take it off. Simply put. But I was told, yes, I can have this. I asked permission. Can't. I like both these teams. Can't. Trying to get really pro and prod. I gotta say, this is a typical pistol round, and Khan's got a 2K, taking them both Slend and ZTR. However, I gotta say, Torsen and Rez and PR have really got to make a game of this now. PR's lurking, and he's heard the defenders on A. Defenders on A gotta be very careful, because PR's heard 2 of them. So PR should be able to take down Zwain without any issue, because he's heard him. Now to Khan. PR, player to watch out for. Can he get it? Oh, he's just poking at it. He can't get the secondary goosh. He's been wall banged, taking a lot of damage. PR. Good work by Khan there to just force him off the angle. Flashbang's going out. It's like, where do you go? You've got a bit of real estate on A. PR's just trying to get another goosh as well. You can get another goosh. They can go into A here, and he does get a goosh. PR, can he do a bit more damage? He's tapping away, but just can't finish it off. The thing is that Risky Bob can't really come in to intervene because they don't know where that third player is. Being in heaven, being Torsen peeks out. They've done enough damage here. Rez has been given the package. Doesn't know about the player triple. Rez finds out about the player triple. All falling apart now. Bombs dropped on the side. Torsen takes down Leah. They've got to go. Risky Bob's being spotted as well, so they know where everyone is. PR makes a noise, has to go for it. They got 14 seconds on the clock. They can't connect any of their shots, and the bomb's out in the open. Torsen has to go for the last one. Quick swing coming out, missed shot by Khan. A 1v1, no way. He's gonna go for the knife, does it. Khan finishes it off. 1-0. Oh, jeez. Khan of a 4K as well. Oh, man. That was a tragic round. Very, very tragic round, I'm gonna say. Yeah. What a pistol, dude. One bullet he had to connect. That was a very, very close pistols. Yeah, we obviously some weird sort of buy from Nemiga. Nemiga are actually probably expecting a force buy. Well, to go for the knife too. He kind of had to. He only had 4 seconds. Like, he went for the commit. He only had 4 seconds. He had to get the kill. Because he didn't go for the... He had no time. So, like, he was like, you have to go for it. Khan really stuck here. And I gotta say, they've actually got some real estate. Torsen brought up the Galil. I gotta say, I don't think Nemiga are expecting that since they heard the Glocks, and Torsen's got a second as well. Sway with a trade. Oh, Torsen did a lot of damage there. Great with the MP9. Torsen, he's got to wait. And Santa from the sky makes it a second round for Nemiga. Gotta say, they really cleaned up their economy, GamerLegion. And here comes the buy, and looks like, I think, Slen's? No, Slen's got an AK as well. They force-spotted Galil. I gotta say, that Galil did a lot of economic damage. Everyone else had Glocks, by the way. That was a hero Galil. And that did a lot of damage. However, as you can see there, PR has no nades. So this will be a very, very weak gun round or bonus round coming in here. And also not to mention as well that Nemiga dropped all their MP9s and whatnot as well. Xanta, trying to get towards top middle. He's got to be careful. Rez, they would have heard that surely. That he was tagged up. Great flash, he's got one Xanta. Trying to get the second, Rez to trade. Rez gets the second as well as Khan tries to peek out, but he's just punished by Rez. Early aggression coming in. PR on the lurk. He's gone to rear guard. Just checking palace, making sure no one's there. Pushing through A main as Zway and Risky Bob. PR is being very paranoid about the A main aggression. Smoke coming in. I think they're trying to fake out and they execute. That means Nemiga are going to have to withdraw out. They can keep Risky Bob there, but they're going to keep Zway on site. Giving apartment boss and just ear on the apartment boss. Just a HE and a flash. And he's not going to be able to hold him for much longer. Short push coming in from Rez. And that means Ear's got a real hard job to do now. Ear's been spotted. And that means Rez is... Oh, that HE was bad. And I think Rez should be able to clean this one up as well. Ear looking towards short. He knows Rez is coming through. He knows that smoke was there. And Rez should be able to trade out. HE being thrown in. Beautiful by Rez. Hits Sway for a bit of damage. Sway going to force Torsen out. Torsen, where is he going to swing? He's going to go back to Van instead. They force him to Van. They know he's there. Now, PR. He's going to be the linchpin here. He's going to be on an awkward angle on bench. He's heard two steps. He knows one's market. Oh, beautiful by PR. Great trade by Sway. Sway in a 1v1 against Rez. Rez on the off angle on short. 4K for the round for Rez and a second and a first round for GamerLegion. Force buy comes in for Nemiga. It's a double eco. So that force buy will be coming in. I gotta say they could eco once, but I gotta say that buy afterwards is not gonna look very good. So it's force buy time. Oh jeez, Khan rushing at the middle. Slen able to trade out, but he's going to be... Slen gets an impressive 2k. Bomb's lost. Sorry, my observing was bad there. Bomb's lost, but I gotta say a 2 for 2 is actually pretty decent for GamerLegion because Nemiga can't continuously hold this sort of angle. Like, they can't hold top mid for that long. Especially if the bomb's recovered, which it eventually will be with a simple smoke. Like, ZTR should be able to recover the bomb. However, I've got to say the Risky Bob's got a good position here to CZ. Zway and Xanta have gone back to site. They can't push it any more aggressive. I think that's a really good recovery by Slen to get that 2k. Because I felt like Slen was going to get absolutely bundled. Seen the elbow. Molotov can be thrown in. Xanta, is he going to go for it? He is going to go for it. He does get his cake and eat it too, it seems. Torsen, gonna have to be leading the charge here. Xanta, is he gonna peek out again? Xanta sinks out, but ZTR's taking care of him. Seen Torsen as well, and that means Risky Bob is gonna get back onto site. Molotov can be thrown in, they feel like Risky Bob will be in apartments, they'll be right, and they hurt him as well. Risky Bob giving his position away. And it's gonna be Zway leading the charge out, because Risky Bob's gonna be very careful here, because Torsen's aware of where he is. Torsen gonna drop back to Van. He knows he's going to hold the player at apartments, and ZTL's holding the player who's rotating. ZTL pushing aggressively in markets. He's heard Zway. ZTL's going to swing. Zway not ready. Risky Bob wins the CZ against Torsen, though. Risky Bob picks up the AK, and Risky Bob, oh, he predicted that ZTL will be a lot more passive at market, and ZTL is very aggressive. Outside of mark, it's going to be 2-2 for GamerLegion. I'm going to say Nemiga were close. Very, very close. At making that a massive round for them. And that would have been, like, humongous if they win that round. Like, absolutely humongous. Even with one weapon being saved, gives everyone else a buy. Now they're just working with USPs and P2000s. I'm going to say PR hasn't been too much of an influence so far. Has been mostly Rez and Torsen. I've got to say, critical information being gathered as well by both GamerLegion, or mostly by GamerLegion so far, in making a lot of these things work. Aggression coming through, a triple. Oh, I gotta say, this is not going to end well. They can swing, but I don't think they're going to be ready for this. Yep. They swing into a 4-man stack of rifles. PR should finish the rest off. Ooh, good position there in connector. PR, we're not too ready with it. Santa, he's going to get absolutely bodied by a running and gunning Torsen. 3-2, give me timeout called. Okay. So ZTR's calling a tech pause. Mainly because, so I think... Because, yeah, basically, yeah, so what happened was I think Rez got a kill. And he was curious about Khan's positioning because it just seemed off. So they've called the tech pause. Yeah. So what happened is that Khan had a bit of an issue, and that's why Rez asked, like, you lagging? Because it feels like that Rez noted that Khan's movement was a bit different, basically, like the reaction was slow. And maybe Rez experienced it himself as well. 3-2. Fire coming in. Put it round for both teams. Mac 10 on ZTR though. That's probably the big weakness in particular. Sway pushing up forward. A lot of early middle exposure. Oh, Sway was not seen because of a flash. Sway could get a 2k here. Rez, is he ready for this? Sway just needs a teammate to just distract for a few seconds. But in fact, he can just wait all day. Gets one, gets two. There we go. Bomb dropped middle. Gotta say, these players have got to accelerate now from A side. DC Army, I think he's seen an arm. Spot looks towards stairs. PR goes down. He can spot the second. Well, Torsen doesn't see it either. And this round's gone from bad to worse. Slend with the trade. Slend, I don't think he can do this. Bomb's lost outside of Sandwich now. Slend. Hey, he's a dead man. Slend looking towards stairs. But he ain't gonna get that jewel. Santa's coming into the flank as well. Slend takes out Risky Bomb. Gotta be careful now. Slend crawls out towards Tetris. Looking towards Palace. Molotov can be thrown in. Expecting Khan to be at balcony, but he isn't. Makes a noise towards Sandwich. Khan. They swing out together. Got to get the bomb in front of Connector. They can't crossfire the bomb, unfortunately, because Khan's retreated to a passive angle. Either way, Khan peeks out. Third round to the board for Nemiga. Gonna say that kill here for Risky Bob was very, very important. But Slend can't clutch it out in the end. I'm gonna say overall, Torsen overlooks here as well. The Sandwich. PR would have seen an elbow here. And also another thing here is, well, I guess Sway, great flash. You know, early flash in. Blinds both top middle players. He gets a quick 2k here. Great timing. Great set play. I think GamerLegion might adjust for it now as well. Like, if they see a flash, they are not trusting top middle. Early Molotov towards Connector. And this prevents Khan and Zia from doing this little sort of tactic again. Flashbang being thrown out. And there's no presence at all to top mid. Missed shot from Slend. Slend's seen a player in the open. Torsten tries to secure it. Torsten almost dies from the HE grenade. I gotta say, Torsten took a lot of damage in that exchange. Somehow still alive. Rez has got top middle secured. A delayed top mid push, or top mid take, coming in from GamerLegion. It's understandably so, given the fact that Nemiga have been rushing top mid very often with a single player. That's risky in itself. Smoke towards windows, waiting for the short push. Now there's a Molo on top. They peek out. Rez has got one. Now they tweak away again. It's going to be three for two in the end. ZTR lurking under. Doesn't want to give anything away. Zenta's tracked down Rez as well. PR's on site. Now Danta might be able to get the bomb drop from him. He does get the bomb drop from as well. However, quickly Torsten, they're trying to recover this bomb. Actually going to be thrown by PR. Trying to go for a 1-for-2 trade. Xan takes a bit of damage. Missed shot with the orb. Xanta's got one. Can he get the second? He doesn't hit the second. Torsten the trade. And it'll be 4-3 to GamerLegion. I wouldn't be surprised if Nemiga force up in this scenario. Wouldn't be surprised. Rez. Gonna say, you can see already the GamerLegion adjustment. They are spraying that smoke. They're making sure if they have a flash and they see a smoke, which is theirs, they are going to go for it. Xant of the 1D takes out the A main player. They might actually go ham here at PR. PR's got one of the M4. Might get a second. Oh no, caught with the nade out in his hand. And that is going to be, well, not bomb dropped yet, but they may want to think about getting it. That's what Slend's doing. Slend's like, guys, let's pick up the bomb. Let's not give him any opportunities. Slend, he's seen Khan. Khan's going to drop back. Slend might go for this duel because it's a long-range duel against a 5-7, which works. M4 picked up. They might as well pick up these weapons now before the reinforcements come in. Slend's got to be careful here, as well as CTR. Slend goes down to one. ZTR to trade. Trade out by his way. It's a bomb lost as well. Now it's all up to Rez. If you take out Xanta, it makes this duel a bit easier. Rez checking these angles. They haven't checked the A site, and Rez has been able to sneak on towards T spawn without anyone detecting him at the moment. He's checking A main. Does Xanta see anything? He did. This is Rez trying to take these one taps, trying to get the headshot angle. They're waiting for after round to duel him. Zwei wins the duel in the end. 4th round for Nemiga. Critical round, and that's going to be a couple of AKs picked up. And it's going to be a tech pause again. No discussion this time on a tech pause. Not sure what the issue is. You need to email streaming at Blast. You don't get the Blast HUD. If you want to use a custom HUD, you have to email Blast. You can't use the Blast HUD. Blast HUD's their property. You have to email them and get strict approval from them. You don't have approval, you can't do it. You have to apply for a commercial license, basically. Tech 9 coming in. Tech 9 and some Adigo as well. They're going to go for an A hit. Nemiga, you can say, other than Zwei, everyone else is very passive. So you can see, basically, kind of ticket. Once the flashes are thrown in by Slend, it'll be go time. And Zwei's got a lot of weight on his shoulders. Oh, beautiful. That's just pretty much ended the round potentially as PR gets a kill. Can't take care of the stair player, and that is round over. Dream scenario. The opening entry player's out, down for the count, didn't even get close. Slend just rushing on towards B bomb site. Maybe they can get to B in time. Unlikely though, and problem is they can't sprint towards B either because the B defenders could be anywhere at this point, given that they've hit A. Panicked rotations have come around as well, but Risky Bob, if he hears anything, sees anything, over. Slen's got the M4, but I don't think he's going to get the bomb planted. Hot top being thrown in. Yeah, makes a 5. Yeah, the playcast is delayed by 4 minutes. It's nothing. Like, if you want to go to the live stream, go to the live stream. Like, this isn't an official stream. I assume the license will not be for free. No, you just have to get permission from Blast. You don't have to get the commercial license. You just have to get permission. You can use it, and it's definitely, I got it for free. It's just you have to be preemptive in asking them for next time. Yep, that's gonna be a HE grenade. No, not thrown. Xanta, I don't think Xanta saw much presence. Takes down Rez. And he's gonna be absolutely blasted by Torsen. That's a HE drop, but doesn't matter. He's gonna back up HE. Torsen might be able to fetch a rifle here. They're gonna be careful in short. They've got to take care of Torsen very quickly, because Torsen, never mind, that's taken care of. And that's exactly what they needed, and that's gonna be a 6th round for Nemiga. And Nemiga looking sharp towards the end of the half. 3 rounds in a row. Also, as well, you gotta be careful. You gotta ask Blast if no one's bought the rights, okay? Because you said, I thought you were casting in English. You gotta make sure that no one's purchased those rights for your language. Just always email them, they'll tell you. It just reminds me of ESL, where if you want to cast in Russian, good luck. You got to talk to Winline or Paragon. 1 for 1. With Risky Bob and ZT are out for the count. This is away. Oh, did he miss that smoke? I think he did. No smoke. Oh, yeah, smoke's fine. Because it looked iffy. Very iffy though. That was really bad odds for me, by the way. Early aggression. Xanta's cleared out B. And he's hearing steps as well. He's going, guys, top mid's rotated. But the reason why top mid's rotated is that Torsen's got a good spot. Backstab in for Xanta. Torsen taken out. PR. Gonna creep out. Contact. Khan's not gonna be able to see this. Khan's missed the timing. But doesn't matter anyway. GamerLegion very one-dimensional on the execute so far. Trying to take out the shadow player, but Sway with the swing. 7 rounds on the board for Nemiga. I've got to say here, like, GamerLegion really need to show a B execute. A punishing B execute. Because at the moment, Nemiga is just crossing out top mid, forcing him to rotate over towards A. They will push B aggressively to get into that lower area and whatnot. So it's, you know, they're looking very one-dimensional where they always will end up at A. Nothing much so far, just, you know, watching this BO1 between Nemiga and GamerLegion. Nemiga on a bit of a streak on their CT side currently. Deep smoke as well. Xanta can throw a grenade. Does a bit of damage. Sled and Kitchen. They're ready to go. Xanta. Risky Bob's in a bit of a precarious position, but at least got his crossfire. No longer, actually. No crossfire from Connector. Rez. He's going to ascertain these jewels. Does he see an elbow? I think he does. But he's going to be caught out of a nade, and Sway's going to get the opening frag. Meanwhile, oh, this is horrible. This is 8-4. Unless they... Yeah, he's dead. Santa finishes the half of 15 kills. And he's just been an absolute unit in this second half here, as you can see there. Absolute unit. Zwei and Xanta have just been absolutely slapping GamerLegion from side to side. And Nemiga are leading at halftime. I'm just going to say overall, like, GamerLegion are lacking at the moment. Their T-side towards the end there, they just ran out of ideas. It seemed like they ran out of ideas. They always seem to be heading to that A site. But it's, you know, the comeback's doable. They got 4 rounds on their T side. That's okay. That's good. I think the big thing overall is that they haven't realized neutralize Zwei or Xanta, who performed very, very well on that CT side. Zwei in particular performed very well given the fact that on the A side most of the times he was by himself, where like a lot of the other players could be smoked off, mollied off, or just cornered off like this. Are you following ESA Open this season for Oceanic? Not really. Now another thing in particular as well is that basically for Xanta's perspective, Xanta's been running B very well, been doing the early pushes in apartments, clearing out this area, even flanking the unders player as well, which has been relatively huge. I don't really do too much ESA Open in Australia. That much at the moment. Oh, geez, a few opening duels so far. 1 for 1 actually. ZTR throwing a lot of utility to try and get rid of the B execute, as they caught PR completely off guard. A 1 for 1 trade in the B apps. Now they're just going around towards A instead. ZTR checking short, just making sure nothing's going through top middle. It looks like it's going to be a bit of a duel in apartments. The ER takes down Slend. That's the goosh that they needed. Torsen's just trapped in shadow at the moment. This way, he's trying to sneak in towards Sandwich. He does sneak in, brutalizes Torsen before Torsen even gets a chance. Now Red's on the off angle. ZTR does a bit of damage. Red's a ticket. Smoke can be thrown in. Rez reveals his hand, but Leah with the 1 tap. It's like 5 ECL teams playing in it. Oh, to be expected, to be honest. I guess, hey, you're going to have a lot of that thing where you have a lot of ECL players playing in it. ECL teams playing in it because they want to get that spot in ECL. Because, like, they won't have the VRS kind of thing. They won't have the VRS, most likely, because, you know, it's going to go to X-Talent, Semperfi, Rooster, House Bets, if they will get it. I can assume it's Vantage. Did KZG enter? Vantage, KZG. Only 1 word. I think only 1 word. It's not over. It's gone from doable to a bit difficult. Force Spy coming in. The GamerLegion. So he's going to be very careful here, because if he's not aware, they can push out A main, and he could be backstabbed by an MP9, and he ain't going to have a chance against an MP9. He's facing the wrong direction. They do have a kit as well. Torsen. Probably getting ready to smoke it off right away to give him 20 seconds of time. Needs to not get sniped. KCG X-Talent. Why is X-Talent participating in it? Are they not able to use their VRS points for ECL? I'm not surprised about only 1 word KCG and JFT in Underground. You know, I'm not surprised by them. But I am surprised by X-Talent. 1 for 1. PR does get a kill in the end. Nugs only have 2 players? Okay. Yeah, because no Malta. Yeah. I gotta say, they got another kill as well. Torsen's gonna be traded out because Torsen's basically trapped. Red's at the 5-7, taken out by Khan. Now it's all up to ZTR and Slan. Slan's got the scout. Now ZTR did not give away his position. ZTR gets one, he gets a second. Oh, he does get the second in the end. And GamerLegion have converted a force buy. And ZTR also has a kit. They didn't expect ZTR to be here. After they killed Slend here, they're expecting ZTR to be here or here. They did not expect ZTR to be in here. ZTR did not give any sound cues. So Slend sold that brilliantly. But I'm also going to say a lot of key duels here. PR getting a 1-for-1. You know, 1-for-1 here. And also Torsen getting a 1-for-1 here as well. Like, even though they didn't get the support, they got the trades. And if any of their teammates get rifling, it's like bang, bang, bang. You have more chance of winning the round. So getting a lot of 1-for-1s is absolutely huge there. Even though Torsen didn't get away with the Khalil, he still forced Nemiga to have to take care of him. Deep HE, it bounced off someone, but he didn't see it. ZTR's got one, he's got two. Should die here, but Danta was very fluffy with his spray. They don't check PR on shorts. They didn't expect him to be on that angle and window. The jumping Mac 10 should take care of it. Slane's being smoked off. Rez takes care of Khan. It's just the Galil player, the Mac 10 player left, and the HE should do a bit of damage, and he can't get away. 6 rounds of GamerLegion. GamerLegion. Here they go. 2 rounds in a row. Money is building up, but not there yet. Money's not at a stable position yet. They need one more round. It has to be clean. They want to start building a big economy or a potential comeback off this. Bit of a duo from Slan. Slan being ultra aggressive. Does take down here. Can he get more? He spotted a few players, and ZTR on the other hand has taken out a few players, and Slan gets the second on his way, and it's just all up to Khan. And Khan, who's going to get him first? So there'll be 0T rounds, i.e. ZTR. He's going to rush towards ZTR, and ZTR has done enough. ZTR can just hide here, and that's going to be the round 7 rounds for GamerLegion, and GamerLegion within 2. That is a good round for GamerLegion. Now, the main reason why I say that, look at their money. Look at their money to that side, okay? If they lose a round, they can buy up again. That is great for a CT side. Slend actually upgrades to the orb. This is a big risk. Big risk. Probably needed, given that Nemiga are going to have a buy round going into this. But even if they lose this round, Slend can be chucked a rifle from Torsen. So they can afford this. It's risky, but like, I'd say probably needed. Rez peeks out 1-for-1. Give me a deep nade thrown in as well. They know the trader's in there. So any nade, any damage is good damage, but it's not enough to get the 1-taps on the M4s. Slen's actually rotating over as well. So they can keep the AWP in apartments. Actually committing a rotate towards middle and A. Given that they've shown 3 players at B, this is probably what's needed, in particular for GamerLegion to reset, because Nemiga is going to draw a lot of focus to bias A, given what they've seen at B. And now Nemiga are going to go to a B setup once again, and there's going to be no reinforcements. It's just Slend and a Dream. They do not flash Slend, and Slend gets 2. This could be a bit of an issue. They check. Slend, oh no, goes off the angle. They're going to be sneaking onto B for free, basically, and Slend's not going to see any of it. Slend doesn't hit the shot. I thought he hit that shot. Should be a bomb plant. I don't think they're going to go for this retake. Slend gets timing so hard. I feel like GamerLegion needed a rifle at support here. I'm going to say great work by Leah as well. Because obviously Leah's the IGL for Nemiga, but recognizing that after GamerLegion would show free here, the GamerLegion may auto-rotate and auto-bias towards an A-style default. So Nemiga would actually recommit to B, like delay it for like 30 seconds or so, to give GamerLegion that thought they're going to go A. and then hit B again, we're going to put maybe 1 or 2 players here and really get into the minds of GamerLegion, as per se. Air dies to the bomb plant, but doesn't really matter. I've got around the board, they're going to put 10. Give me a timeout. ZTR has been absolutely huge for GamerLegion, I'm going to say. Don Ken, do you know anything about CS2? That's the first question. If no, then no, I'll ignore your comment. Like, do you know this? Do you know what this tournament's for? If you do not know what this tournament's for, then I'll also ignore your comment. In fact, I'll just ignore your comment in general. Only YouTube viewers will know exactly why I'm ignoring his comment. It's the major, you know, you get sticker money, you get lots of prize money. Khan, with your lots of being thrown in. Khan looking towards Van. PR could be flash out, looking towards top middle. I'm gonna say, Rez took a lot of damage there, so they're just thinking that that player could be lurking in. PR, they've seen some nades being thrown towards Van. PR on the off angle. Ooh, gotta say, great tag up by ZTR. ZTR secures the first frag onto Xanta. Xanta was just surprised by it. He can't really do much trading. Wasn't lined up for it. Nemiga got to reset here. But be careful though, they can't make too much noise as PR can hear it all. PR, if he hears any nades being thrown, he's switching towards, you know, the B bomb site. B bomb site's very unguarded. Nemiga, another delayed B push. I'm going to say they're expecting a GamerLegion. They'd be wrong. PR's probably going to call to rotate right away. HE being thrown in as well to do any sort of damage. It's looking for the short push, but they're not seeing it. They're not seeing anything in top middle. And that's going to report everything towards B instead. With ZTR already rotating. PR sees no one's on site. ZTR just getting on site. Can he find anyone? That's the main question. He's waiting for the drop from the balcony. Sway gets the initial headshot. Traded out by PR. Bombs dropped. Khan's on the angle looking towards short. Khan steps out. Gets his hit. HE's been thrown in. Slen's got the AWP as well. He's holding the line. Leah's been spotted. Risky ball from bench. Traded by Slend. Now coming in from the back as flank is Rez. Bomb needs to be planted. Rez can stop the plant. Oh, Khan's going to stop the plant as well. Khan's going to go for it again. Slend can't stop this one. Slend's going to go for the shot. Oh, unlucky. What a leg shot there. Goes to the quick scope to Leah. Hits him in the leg. And the Nemiga get 11. I'm going to say great heads up play from Risky Bob. From as soon as he gets shot by Rez from here, then he immediately moves here. Gets the bomb planted just in time. Great adjustment. And also great work by Nemiga to make sure they committed to that bomb plant at 10 seconds, okay? So if anyone was going to sneak in like Rez and deny the plant, they were ready. So that was really, really, really good to see from Nemiga. They didn't wait till 5 seconds to plant the bomb. They planted early, tried to suss out who was trying to deny the bomb plant, and they were well ready for it as well. Torsen with the P250. Doesn't see anyone yet. Spots 2 Torsen. He's got the info. Slade can rotate over with the USP, but I don't think he'll do too much. Molotov towards triple. Slade's going to go, and Slade's going to die. And it's probably going to be a save round unless they can get anything. PR's got 1 though. PR can get a couple more. They can't. They got to be really careful, because if they just all rock in the PR's M4, it's not going to go well. And Torsen's got a 2 for 1. They've got to be really careful here. Brixie Bob and Leah able to trade out. Rez has got an M4 as well. He's picked up the M4 from behind. ZTR can pick up an AK as well. They've got to be very careful in the flank, because ZTR's got an AK right now. Oh, no, right next to, even worse. Wants to pick up the P250 instead. ZTR seen the player at default. Seen Risky Bob at default. Gonna take down Risky Bob. Throws a HE towards Ticket. He's being seen here already. Gonna fake defuse the bomb. Can stick it. Now CTR gonna go ahead. Can he get the... No, he doesn't get anything. And Leah wins another 1v2. Oh, jeez. GamerLegion. 2 lost 1v2s in a row. Against the same player in Leah. Oh, this is good. This is gonna annoy him so bad. 12-7. Great work by Nemiga. Like, great work by Nemiga overall. I say Zwei in particular. That he's been very huge on a lot of these holds and a lot of these entries in particular. It's a hard one here because, like, in this scenario here, you've got to go for the 2-for-1 trade. You don't have any kit that bombs plant in front of default or at default, and your last player's ticket who can just spam all day on this player here. You have to go for it. It's like, you know, a lot of people might be going, oh, why did he do that? Why did he do that? You just have to go for it because the spray is very easy to do. Great early damage from Torsen, who's going to sneak right in towards Sandwich. Given Rez is trying to give away, and he was the one who threw the nade, not Torsen. Given that Torsen's at Sandwich, I wonder if Nemiga have bitten on this. Does Nemiga feel the same way? Torsen keeping silent. Rez goes down. Torsen to trade at Sandwich. Has to trade at Sandwich. Player should be coming from above, and that's exactly what Risky Bob does. Risky Bob burns Xanta, takes out the ticket play, and it should be over. PR rotating very, very quickly. Slend can't really do too much. He's been flashed out, smoked out, and just basically barreled out. Risky Bob. Very big risk move. Taken out by PR. Slend misses the shot. Deep net. Flashbang being thrown in. They both turn away. Secondary flashbang being taken. PR just basically ducking and weaving. Oh, PR misses the tap. But should be over. Unless they can get onto the site quickly. PR's going to be ultra aggressive. He knows it as well. Yeah, going to close out the game. Slend, impossible. You're asking for the impossible here. PR had to get a kill. Doesn't. Over. Does get 1. Does get 2. But it's over. He doesn't have a kit. Liat got to peek out. Doesn't matter what Slend does. 13 for Nemiga. Nemiga win the map. Nemiga win the map and the BO1. I'm going to say Zwei. Absolute stellar game from him. ZTR and Slend in a heroic loss. That's pretty much it. But yeah, Zwei, fucking incredible game from him. You got to give a few bit of extra efforts from both Khan and Xanta. Xanta, especially on the CT side, to give Nemiga a big lead as well. And yeah, I was going to say overall, like, Nemiga definitely deserved the victory there. Nemiga were just a bit sharper. They picked apart GamerLegion in particular. Yeah, so pretty much looked really, really good there. Axtel and we're playing today. That's interesting. I didn't even know that. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be it. I think the other game is still... Is the other game still going on? Or is that game finished as well? Looks like that game, to be fair though. What time is it? Yeah. You know what, we'll call it here. Because a bit of a surprise to see GamerLegion in the 0-1 bracket. But, you know, basically Nemiga were a much better team on today. Anyways guys, that'll be it for me for today. Hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Tomorrow there's going to be a few games, but I'm not going to be casting those in particular, because I don't usually cast those games. The main stream is things like Relog GG. You can watch those for the main cast and whatnot. And hope you guys have a great day. Bye.